How much did you enjoy that, being on the sideline?
I'm living my life vicariously through my son.
I hear you, man.
That's great stuff. That's great stuff.
Great stuff.
We're glad to see that, folks. Enjoy your day right here on CBS. Game action coming your way. For those of you scheduled to see a 4 o'clock game, we're back in just a moment. For everyone else, enjoy it all right here on CBS.
Giant Stadium in the Meadowlands on a perfect football Sunday. The Bills and Jets, 6 games to go, and this is the most competitive division in all of the NFL. Any one of those 4 teams with a win today could be sharing the lead. Hello, everyone. Dick Enberg with Dan Deerdorf, and the man who may have saved the Jets season. They were 1-3 when he started, Chad Pennington.
Well, Coach Herman Edwards told us that he brings enthusiasm and energy to this franchise, but since he's put his hands under center, he's also been playing with a remarkable efficiency, as that completion percentage will show you.
And for the Bills, Drew Bledsoe.
Single-handedly, he's taken his 3-13 team and made them a contender.
They played in the opening game of the season. The Jets won in overtime. Could be a good one today.
While it may surprise you that the FBI isn't all it's cracked up to be, it won't surprise you that Billy Crystal is. Both stories tonight on 60 Minutes.
Emmy winner Sean Hayes is Jerry Lewis. Martin and Lewis, CBS tonight.
How long have you been waiting?
You live for technology. Love your handheld and digital camera. Why not choose a tire that's as technologically advanced? Bridgestone. Created with a vision, tested with a vengeance. By a brand that's been passionate about quality tires for over 70 years. Bridgestone. Welcome to the future.
Welcome back to NFL Sunday Ticket. I'm Tina Cervasio filling in for Spencer Tillman. Spencer's down in Baltimore covering the Titans-Ravens games, which is just one of 10 early games about to kick off. Now, believe it or not, there are only 6 weeks to go in the 2002 regular season, and the standings are as close as ever. Which team do you think has the best chance of getting hot and separating themselves from the pack, like the Patriots did last year? Email Spencer@NFL.com, and if he reads your response on the air, we'll send you a free NFL T-shirt. As you'd expect, today's top headlines revolve around teams gunning for the postseason. Kurt Warner returns to action for the Rams as they try to extend their 5-game win streak. And the Packers try to snap their 4-game losing streak to the Bucs in Tampa Bay. If they do, they'll have a chance to clinch the NFC North. Now, Brett Favre and Warren Sapp do love to get it on, and the two are likely to be selected in the NFL's Pro Bowl once again. If you want to have a say as to who's on this year's All-Star squads, head down to your local Radio Shack and vote. Thanks to the folks at Motorola, when you fill out a ballot, you're entered to win an all-access pass to the game in Honolulu. Not a bad deal. Well, kickoff to Week 12 is just moments away. I'll see you again after the 1 o'clock contests right here on NFL Sunday Ticket.
CBS Sports welcomes you to the following.
There's the usual November wind in the Meadowlands, but temperature in the 50s and sunshine. The Bills and Jets at 5-5, and Curtis Martin, one of the premier running backs. Will he rush for another 1,000-yard season? Could happen today.
Subway presents Fresh Starts, a salute to this season's surprises. Subway, eat fresh. Start spreading the news. The New York Giants are in the playoff hunt. Kerry Collins leads the NFC in passing yards, while rookie tight end Jeremy Shockey had 11 receptions last Sunday. The New York Jets are also back in the playoff race as Chad Pennington is the AFC's highest-rated passer after throwing 4 touchdowns last week against the Lions.
Whoa, hold on.
How do you know I have a ferret? I have my ways.
And And we're back in the Meadowlands, the Bills and the Jets. And just moments ago, Bonnie Bernstein had an opportunity to talk with a young starting quarterback of the New York Jets.
Chad Pennington, the chances of them getting some pretty good wind gusts today, pretty good. How does that affect your passing game?
Well, first of all, you can't worry about it. That's part of football. That's what's great about football. You play in the elements. And it's going to test us, but what we have to do is just be patient, be smart, and take our chances when we have them.
All right, Chad, thanks for the time. And one quick note, little food for thought. Chad Pennington, 4-2 as a starter. Never have the Jets trailed going into the half when Chad's been a starter.
Thank you, Bonnie. And in those 6 starts, he has thrown 75% completions. They go all the way back to the old AFL days when the New York Jets were the Titans, the Bills were the Buffalo Bills. And they're any indication that very first game of the season up at Buffalo when the Jets got 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns from Chad Morton and won it in overtime. We're in for something special today. They both realize how important not only the win is today, but so competitive this division, any loss could be disastrous. The Bills get it first, and Charlie Rogers sees the wind sail that one deep, and Buffalo will start at their own 20-yard line with Drew Bledsoe in his first year in Buffalo after 9 seasons at New England. And here are the keys to victory from his point of view.
Keys to the game, run the ball with Travis Henry early. Hopefully he can open up the passing game, and Drew has a big day. Throw to myself, Peerless, and Josh, and we go home with a win.
Like any good quarterback, handing off to his top receiver, Eric Moulds, who's on course for another great season, perhaps over 100 receptions. Bledsoe, 18 touchdowns, only 7 interceptions. He likes to go long. First play of the game goes short underneath to Travis Henry, and the running back, who has just returned from his grandmother's funeral down in Alabama, picks up about 7 on the play. Take a look at the defensive starters for the men in green. Up front, led by John Abraham. He has 5 sacks and a forced fumble this year. The linebackers, Lewis, Jones, and Cowart, the former Buffalo Bill. And in the secondary, watch out for Donnie Abraham. He's a ball hawk, 34 interceptions in just 6.5 seasons. On 2nd and 3, Riemersma, the tight end in motion. The pitch is to Henry. Had a big game in the opener against the Jets and picks up a first down to the 33-yard line. Sam Garnes with a tackle. Henry flew home to Alabama to attend the funeral of his grandmother. Arrived here late last night. He is one of 99 grandchildren, and paying a final salute to his grandmother, Sarah Watts, down in Gold Hill, Alabama yesterday. 1 o'clock was the funeral. 1 o'clock today, he's back in action. On first down, Bledsoe to Henry. Maybe a yard. Marvin Jones led the charge.
Well, Travis Henry, you take a look last year, and he made quite an impact as a rookie, but look at him this year, that already doubled the touchdown production and well on his way. If you project it out, he'll end up somewhere in the vicinity of 1,300 yards if he keeps this same pace going. Early in this season, this New York Jets defense gashed by just about every runner they've faced, but since they've gone on this winning streak, Ted Cottrell's unit has really tightened it down in playing the run.
2nd and 9, empty backfield. The quick throw over the middle is complete and then dropped by Eric Moulds, the leading receiver for Buffalo this year with 66 catches. Marvin Jones there to make the hit. Moulds and Peerless Price on the outside. 66 catches for Moulds, and Price was 64, 130 between them. That's the best tandem in the league.
Now we hear the crowd start to warm up a little bit as they look at this 3rd and long. They're going to see if they can't aid the Jets a little.
Taking a lot of time in the huddle, Dan. Now they have to hurry to the line of scrimmage.
Be no checking off here.
Larry Sinners, a great receiver as a running back, gets in the pattern. The throw underneath complete to Josh Reed. The rookie from LSU has the catch and a first down near midfield. Ray Mickens, the nickelback, made the tackle.
Well, not only the addition of Drew Bledsoe at quarterback, but the emergence of Josh Reed in his rookie year as a real legitimate threat. It took Reed no time at all to acclimate himself to the NFL game. His 29th catch of the year already, and he is not playing like a rookie. This kid has a brilliant future written all over him.
Indeed, with Peerless Price in his 4th year, possibly an unrestricted free agent, could be leaving Buffalo after the end of the year. Reed would take his spot. Bledsoe on first down, dumps it off to Henry. Tries to get outside and does get to the sideline and the Jets' 47-yard line before Sam Cowart can bump him off the field of play.
Donnie Abraham had a shot at Travis Henry, and Donnie Abraham right there at the bottom of your screen, number 29, one of the better tackling cornerbacks in the National Football League, and he came up. It was all shoulder though and no wrap up. You've got to get the arms around the legs of Travis Henry, but Donnie Abraham coming out of the Tampa Bay defensive scheme where Tony Dungy won't have anybody playing who can't tackle. That's a rarity when he misses one like that.
2nd and 4. Henry, the solo running back. 2 tight ends, and Bledsoe to throw again. Fires complete to the sidelines and out of bounds is Peerless Price with another Buffalo first down, and Bledsoe comes out firing, and he's throwing strike after strike.
Well, Peerless Price is going to make a really nifty move to the inside, and this is what he gets when he makes moves like that. Check it out. Peerless Price is right. That's a lot of production, folks. 64 receptions, and when you consider that Eric Moulds came into the game with 66, I think you see that Bledsoe likes his wideouts.
He dumps this underneath to Henry, and Henry knocked down at the 27-yard line, but another 8-yard pickup on first down. Steve White, trailing the play from a defensive line position, made the tackle.
Well, this New York Jets defense, I mentioned how they were pounded early with Travis Henry, 149 yards in the opener. Ricky Williams then got him for 151 in the 3rd week. In the 4th, it was Fred Taylor from Jacksonville, got him for 142. Priest Holmes then went for 152. But since then, no one has gone over 100 yards on this unit. And that is really one of their tickets to success.
Philip Crosby in the backfield as a blocker. Give it to Henry, and he has a first down and more to the 23-yard line of the Jets. It started back at the 20-yard line with a touchback.
Herman in his speech a month ago, where he kind of went off when it was the question was broached about, do you think some guys on your team might quit? I think it's pretty safe to say that everyone rallied after that emotional outburst by Coach Edwards, and his team has played with an enthusiasm and an intensity that they hadn't played with prior, Dick.
That's right. They were 2-5 at the time and went out to San Diego and crushed the highly favored Chargers. First down at the 23. Bledsoe, good protection, then dumps it on the screen, and Henry dropped for a loss at the 30 as the Jets read it well, and it was Sam Cowart, the former Buffalo backer, to make the play.
I know everyone in New York has seen this over and over, but here's Coach Edwards.
And I don't care if you don't have any wins. You go play to win. When you start telling me it doesn't matter, then retire. Get out. Because the one thing I know, I don't quit. That will not happen.
Well, a lot of times a head coach gives a speech like that. He's talking to the media, but he's really talking to the men down in the locker room. And the team was listening. They heard a Buffalo Bill is down on the field.
Travis Henry, who was the catcher on that last one, slow getting up.
So, how was Florida?
Nice.
A lot of pretty girls on the beach?
Yep.
Probably wearing bikinis, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Pretty girls in bikinis.
Right now, fly Southwest Airlines for just $39 to $99 each way when you purchase by December 12th. So get packing.
You are now free to move about the country.
What are these?
Magic Business Binoculars.
How do they work?
You look through them, you see the future of business.
Wow. The future sure looks different.
What do you see?
It's a 3D holographic projection of the world to come.
Things move fast. Everything's integrated. Everything works in real time.
How do we get everything to work?
I don't know. It says I need another quarter.
It was a woozy Travis Henry who left the field helmet to helmet. He collided with Sam Cowart. Sammy Morris, number 33, who has not carried the ball all year, gets his first chance. He's from Texas Tech, and he gets about 5 back to the 25. Let's go back to the Cowart on Henry collision.
Yeah, Travis Henry just turns upfield and doesn't really get a chance to go anywhere. Right there, he gets hit right in the face mask by Sam Cowart. Watch his head snap back right here, and Travis Henry, when he goes down, lets go of the football, and as you can tell by not even making a move to recover it, he was pretty much out at that point in time. And he, walking off, he was unsure of himself. I'm not sure he could have gotten to the sidelines without some help.
3rd and 12. Bledsoe 6 for 7 in this opening drive, almost intercepted. It was intended for Josh Reed, and Sam Garnes had a shot at it. No, it was Damian Robinson, I believe, who had a play.
A problem all year long for the Jets has been dropped interceptions. You know the old line about defensive backs, if they could catch, they'd be wide receivers. Herman Edwards telling us we've had at least 10 clean interceptions that we have dropped. Well, let's make it 11 opportunities that they didn't convert.
Same aria is being sung by Greg Williams in Buffalo as Mike Hollis into the wind, hits the crossbar and goes through. Oh my, and you saw the effect of the wind going left to right. That ball just died in the last 10-15 yards, just enough. Kiss the crossbar for 3.
The sun is shining in the sky. There ain't a cloud in sight. It stopped raining. Everybody's in a play. And don't you know, it's a beautiful new day. Hey, Mr. Blue Sky, please tell us why you had to hide away for so long. Where did we go wrong? Mr. Blue Sky, please tell us why you had to hide away for so long. Where did we go wrong? Hey there, Mr. Blue Sky, look around, see what you do. Everybody smiles at you.
Dale, thanks for being designated driver.
No problem, man.
What's up? Make a left up here. Hey, Mr. Fisher! Okay, make a quick left and then slow down. Cindy! Cindy! What's going on? Make a right on Havermeyer. What's up? Make a left on Jackson.
Dude, where exactly do you live? I'm right back by the bar.
Hey, Bobby!
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Southwest Airlines, proud sponsor of the NFL and official airline of Super Bowl 37. AXA, your future, your way. And by Volkswagen. On the road of life, there are passengers and there are drivers.
So Mike Hollis off the crossbar from 43 yards to give Buffalo a 3-0 lead. They take the opening kickoff, go 55 yards. It took them 6.5 minutes, and Hollis now has it teed up. Will kick to Lamont Jordan and Chad Morton, and Chad Morton, number 26. The pit bull for the Jets returned 2 First man in NFL history to return 2 kicks, regulation and overtime, for touchdowns. And so they onside the kick, or squib it, and it goes right to James Reed, the defensive tackle, and they'll settle for the 37. I guess that's better than going 96 or 98.
And I suspect that we'll see that all game long out of Buffalo, and not just in kicking off, but on punts as well, because as much as they fear Chad Morton, they fear Santana Moss on the punt returns just as much. One more look at the field goal from 43 yards, and safe to say from 43 yards and 6 inches, this would not have been good.
He needed all 178 pounds.
He sure did.
That kick. Now here's Chadwick Pennington, the quarterback, replaced Vinny Testaverde. Started game 5 when they were 1-3 in the beginning of the season. And Curtis Martin picks up nearly 10 yards on his first carry. Martin has 575 yards this year on a slow start, but he could well get that 1,000 yards again. Well, Chad Pennington, 3 reasons how to win today. Listen carefully to the third.
Our keys to the game are threefold. First, we need to establish the line of scrimmage versus Buffalo's defense. Second, eliminate turnovers and negative plays in the red zone so we can score some points. And third, we need to headbutt as many people as we can during pregame.
That's a kind of quarterback an offensive lineman could love, huh?
He gets it. He really gets it. The kid has a wonderful grasp of the game and a nice sense of humor.
Curtis Martin picks up the first down out to the 48-yard line against this Buffalo starting defense. Big Pat Williams made that tackle. Ahanotu and Schobel have 5 sacks each. London Fletcher, former Ram, leads in tackles. And in the secondary, Nate Clements leads with 3 interceptions, all 3 against Miami. One of those went for a touchdown. Curtis Martin, the lone running back, as Pennington throws his first pass of the game. Wide open, Santana Moss, and a first down at the Bills' 36. Moss's 20th catch of the season. That means that 6 different Jets receivers have 20 catches or more.
Well, he's going one-on-one with Nate Clements, and he's going to sell the speed to the outside. Clements doesn't react back in fast enough, and that's what the speed of Santana Moss brings to the table. When he gives that shoulder fake to the outside like he's going to run a fly pattern, Clements had nothing to do but turn and run, and when we broke it off, no way he reacts back.
Quick pass to Lavernius Coles, who has become Pennington's favorite receiver, and short yardage on first down. Pennington, there's a real moxie about this guy, and you saw the toughness, likes to headbutt, a lot of energy, as Dan has pointed out, but there's also a delightful naivete. We asked him about his relationship with Vinny Testaverde. He says, you know, I asked him some funny questions. He says, like, when do they take a TV timeout?
Yeah, who do I look for? How do I know they're going to call a TV timeout? And how about wearing gloves when it's cold? What do you think about that? Vinny's been wonderful to him.
Yes, he has. Curtis Martin on the toss. Sets up his blockers and has a first down as he churns to the 21.
Well, Curtis Martin bothered all season by that left ankle injury that he sustained in the opener. Finally starting to get back to the Curtis Martin of old. The Curtis Martin with 7 consecutive 1,000-yard seasons. Look at the tremendous blocking out front. Richie Anderson makes that thing go, but then the dazzling move back to the inside. Richie Anderson, a lot more than just a pass-catching fullback that time, made the block that sprang Martin.
Martin, who struggled off the field in the second half and played on that injured ankle, probably shouldn't have. 3 or 4 games was subpar, but he's back at full speed. Here he goes again, down to the 10-yard line, and another first down, as he's picked up 34 yards and 4 carries.
Well, we'll credit the offensive line on this one. Look at the hole off left guard. Curtis Martin isn't going to believe what he's going to see. J.P. Machado with the down block. Look at that gaping hole. Fabini takes his guy to the outside. Machado blocks down. Well, Curtis, you don't enjoy holes like that very often. And I'll say this about Curtis Martin, a north-south runner. When a decision is to be made, sidelines are upfield, I'll go upfield.
Ball at the 10-yard line. Back to Martin, and only a yard on that slant off tackle. Looked almost like the previous play. Big Pat Williams gets his 315 pounds around the ball carrier. Martin now apparently back to the form that has earned him 7 consecutive 1,000-yard seasons. If he gains 1,000 this year, he'll be only the second in NFL history. Barry Sanders also rushed for 1,000 yards his first 8 years in the league. Kevin Swain then triple left. Pennington to back, incomplete. Had to turn to make the catch, and Keith Newman, the linebacker, there to break up the play.
Yeah, Newman was over there in a hurry. And you know, you look at this Buffalo defense. Greg Williams, the head coach of Buffalo, told us something yesterday. This was an angry football team after they lost that opener to the Jets when Chad Morton ran the kickoff back in overtime. He said in the locker room, all they said was, wait till we play the Jets again. Wait till we get another shot at these guys. Well, I reminded him this week, that opportunity is here. The time for talking is over. The time for playing is here.
Well, it's 3rd and 9 from the 9. Pennington pumping, throwing underneath to Jordan. Jordan cuts inside and then meets resistance at the 5-yard line, and that will call on John Hall to settle for a Jets field goal to tie. Eddie Robinson led the defensive charge along with London Fletcher. And here comes Hall for the short field goal with the wind at his back.
You normally do a pump fake like Chad Pennington did if you're trying to freeze a defense and then go long. You don't pump fake if you're going to throw a short pass. That just makes everybody stop right in the area where you're trying to make some hay. That's I'm not quite sure the design of that play or if it was executed the way it was designed.
Pennington will contemplate all the possibilities of that last call.
Did that make any sense what I said?
Yes, it did.
Okay,
exactly.
Because I confused what throws me too.
23-yard field goal by John Hall ties it up. So a couple of field goals here in the opening quarter, and the Meadowlands and the Bills and Jets are even.
For every good in the universe, he said he's a mirror for me. There is an evil. I must deactivate you. Why? Because you are dangerous. And the only way to conquer it, resistance is futile, is to face it. I'm a mirror for you as well. Don't be so vain. On December 13th, a generation's final journey begins. Star Trek Nemesis, rated PG-13, starts Friday, December 13th.
What is a girl? What has she got? If not herself, then she has not to say the things she truly feels, and not the words of one who kneels. The record shows I took the blows and did it my way.
Your future, your way. AXA.
With an Olympus digital camera, nothing's impossible.
Ray's mom needs glasses, but who has the guts to tell her?
What are you talking about?
Didn't you see Marie having trouble with the clock?
Time has never been a friend to Marie.
An all-new Raymond CBS Monday.
Monday on an all-new Late Show, Dave's got Stupid Pet Tricks plus Lisa Kudrow. And later this week, catch Ray Romano, Jack Hanna's Animal, Liza Minnelli, and George Clooney. It's all new Dave all this week.
Interestingly, David Letterman on this date 24 years ago appeared for the first time on The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson. Pretty nice career, 24 years for him.
Man, you went deep into the stat book to come up with that one,
I'm
Dave.
a Letterman fan. Are you? I was there
I'm
watching.
a Letterman fan, too.
I was watching that night.
Oh, my God.
John Hall sends it to the goal line. You can see it carrying Charlie Rogers, who has a kickoff return touchdown against Minnesota, is swallowed by the Jets special teams at the 24, with James Darling leading the way. We're late in the opening quarter in the Meadowlands. The Bills and Jets tied at 3.
One is fun, but two is funner. One's not bad, but two's my number. Together
Where can you find browsing built for two? Introducing MSN 8, where advanced Microsoft software lets you link up with a friend and see the best of the web together. For browsing AOL can't match, it's better with the Butterfly. Call 866 try MSN 8.
Come on, man, do it.
Wait, an electric dog collar? I will never do that. No.
It really doesn't hurt.
We'll tell everyone you did it.
Oh, great. Ooh.
Life is best told over a great tasting Miller Lite at a place called Miller Time.
You sure it's off?
I promise you,
sure?
it's don't you worry.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by T-Mobile. Get more minutes, more features, more service. And by Miller Lite. Life is best told at a place called Miller Time.
Nice gentleman tried to sell us that bridge the other day. Dan and I just didn't have the pocket change. He didn't want a lot for it. Brooklyn Bridge.
That title has been passed along a few times.
So from the 24, it's Buffalo's turn here in the first quarter. And they give us to Henry, who was KO'd just minutes ago, and his head is cleared and has moved out to the 24. What's the status of that injury, Bonnie?
Well, Dick Henry got his bell rung on the last series, and the trainers have been observing him on the sideline. He's been kind of walking around, but clearly he didn't know what was going on. In fact, he asked offensive tackle Jonas Jennings, he said, what happened on that play? Henry particularly important today because the Bills have been struggling in the red zone, in part because they haven't stayed committed to the run game. It's something they'd like to do more with Henry today.
And he is their running back. Only Larry Centers with 5 carries has been used as a rusher this year by the Bills. Underneath to Henry again, and boy, they're giving him plenty of chances. No gain on that throw, as we remind you to log on to NFL.com and help pick the NFL's all-star lineup. You can cast your vote for the 2003 Pro Bowl squad right now only at NFL.com or on America Online. Enter keyword NFL.com.
By the way, only in the National Football League is getting your bell rung official medical terminology.
It's in the book. You're right.
Getting your bell rung.
Glossary of terms.
Everybody knows what that means.
Third down and 3. Oh, what a block by Henry, and the throw's underneath and complete to Peerless Price and a first down. Oh, Henry. What a block.
Oh, Henry. Pretty good candy bar. Take a look at it. It's play action, and then John Abraham is released. Nobody blocks him, and he goes upfield, and he is Travis Henry's man, and that has to be timed perfectly because without that block by Henry, it's a simple matter of Abraham just jumping up and blocking the pass. This is some effort by Travis Henry to get back into this game and start throwing himself into the breach.
45 seconds left in this opening quarter. First down at the Buffalo 36. Bledsoe. Incomplete, intercepted on the deflection. Wiemersma had to go off his hands and right to Sam Garnes. Garnes with his first pick of the year. Timeout, 33 seconds left in the first quarter.
Hey, look, it's only $1.
Don't waste your money.
Freeze! Pam needs a second opinion. Luckily, T-Mobile has a camera phone that doesn't cost a fortune. Carry on.
The ivory toad of Shanghai.
Can I borrow a buck?
Introducing the $100 camera phone, only from T-Mobile.
Get more.
Stamps. At supermarkets. Stamps. By phone. Stamps. Online. Stamps. At ATMs. Along with your local post office. Wherever you find this symbol, you'll find stamps. Conveniently located. Brought to you by the United States Postal Service.
America loved Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis.
Would you mind if I go back up on stage now?
I don't, but they might.
This is their true story.
Just two guys on stage goofing around.
They loved each other like brothers.
Till death do us part.
Until their breakup shocked the nation.
To me, you're nothing but a dollar sign.
It's People's Show of the Week. Martin and Lewis tonight.
Drew Bledsoe, only the 8th interception this year, deflected off the hands of his tight end to Sam Garnes, who has his first pick of the year. That's been part of the turnaround by the Jets. They were a -6 in the turnover differential, going 1-4 to start. They've won 4 of their last 5, and now they're a +7 in turnovers. Down the middle, open is a tight end, Anthony Becht. Another first down at the 32.
Let's look at the interception before we take a look at Anthony Becht. Here's Jay Riemersma right here at the tight end position, and he's going to curl it to the inside, and the ball's going to be thrown to the right. He makes a stop right there, and really, you know, it wasn't the worst throw I've ever seen. Now, Anthony Becht right down the middle of the field, something the Jets have said they're going to work on. Becht has been effective around the goal line, but they have a package of passes in for the big tight end now out in the open field.
And they're in position to take the lead here as we end the first quarter at the Meadowlands. Bills 3, Jets 3 will return to Giant Stadium right after this message.
I see linebackers blitz, cornerbacks too, cartwheels and splits, and foam-fingered fools. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see guys who kick, girls who cheer, picture in picture, and ice-cold beer. And I think to myself, what a
I usually don't ski the Northeast. The mountains are so tiny. Of course, I really haven't had much time for skiing lately. What with making Varner down on Wall Street and constantly jetting off to Milan to be with my supermodel girlfriend. Ever ski Chamonix?
Shed.
Shed? No, I haven't skied Shed. Is that in the Italian Alps? Huh, I love the Italian.
Looking for an even more satisfying crunch? Grab a Snickers Cruncher. Peanuts, caramel, chocolate, and crunchies.
You know, I was in the ski patrol in France.
Snickers Cruncher. Beyond crunchy.
You have done me a great injustice, Johnny. This is not fit for a man. New Blistex Clear Advance. For men, Johnny. For men. It's shine-free with tough protection, and I know about protection. New Blistex Clear Advance. For men.
When you have a big family, anything can happen. Now, who did this? The animals are housebroken. What? They just break the house sometimes. That's why I like the Black & Decker Mega Mouse. It sands faster, polishes, it even gets into tight spots. The Mega Mouse from Black & Decker.
Tonight, French Stewart is a patient with multiple personalities. So, brown sugar, what's shaking? And Becker hates them all. You've heard of fun, haven't you? It's what people have when you're not around. A brand new Becker. And here's a subtle reminder to watch a special Sunday Raymond. Ow! Don't miss an all-new Becker, followed by Everybody Loves Raymond, CBS tonight.
We open the second quarter. Drew Bledsoe and Jay Riemersma. So much of the pass patterns are feel between receiver and quarterback.
And that was just a miscommunication, because certainly Drew Bledsoe threw to a spot. Riemersma wasn't there. As to who's to blame, well, nobody knows, and it's just a misfire. It happens.
Toss to Martin. And he runs into his own blocker, but in part because there to hit was Chris Watson for the Buffalo Bills. A reminder, folks, tonight on 60 Minutes features the FBI and the talented Billy Crystal. Two intriguing, diverse stories, both tonight on 60 Minutes.
They're not in the same story, are they?
No, those are two very different stories.
I want to make sure Billy Crystal wasn't under some sort of investigation or something.
But if it was, it would be good. Ball at the 26 as Martin picked up 5 on that last carry. Pennington hit as he throws for Moss. Incomplete. Nate Clements on the coverage and body contact, but no flag. And Pennington hasn't gone down much. They protected him well, that offensive line, but he was hit as he threw that one.
Well, he had no chance of throwing an accurate pass here. Check out the blitz coming up the middle, London Fletcher, and Chad doesn't get a chance to step into it at all. He just chucks that off his back foot. That literally a wing and a prayer. And London Fletcher, not a big guy at only 5'9", maybe. But he's got a wonderful feel for the game.
He sure does.
And a nose for the ball and outstanding range.
And passion.
Yes, he does. Well, at that size, no passion, no play.
On 3rd and 5, give it to Martin. They cross up the Bills. They were looking for pass. And it's a first down at the 15.
And if it's not for Eddie Robinson hanging on for dear life, I think Curtis Martin is in the end zone. Because Curtis has it all going on as he breaks through this big hole. Again, the Jets offensive line. Look at that inside. That is unbelievable. And Eddie Robinson slowed Curtis down enough to keep him from getting to the end zone. But Fabini and Machado and Mawai on that left side. And then again, Richie Anderson with another good lead block.
He cleaned it out. 50 yards already for Curtis Martin in this opening half. Right back to him. And the former Pittsburgh star has 5 on first down as he slams it down to the 10-yard line. Aaron Schobel and others in on the tackle.
Well, the New York Jets, just look at the numbers and the differences between winning and losing. Before the 13th, look at that, averaging only 15 points a game, now 26. The turnover differential, a difference of 12. And defensively, look at that, they've lobbed almost 20 points a game off of the opponent's production. And you know what? Why? Well, just look at Curtis Martin run right now. You notice a difference between Martin now and early in the year, Dick?
Absolutely. And here he goes again, hitting the backfield, breaks that tackle, and still gets 2 yards when he should have lost 2. Pat Williams got to him first. It'll be 3rd down and about 3. Martin has tremendous leg power for a guy 5'11" and 205, and he's a very complex and interesting man. He's an art collector. He's been a leader in the huddle on the team, and I think the injury really took some of his personality away earlier in the year.
Well, it would take anybody's personality away when you're just fighting for dear life, and when you're running back and you've got something wrong with an ankle. Well, it's I personally, I'm amazed he did what he did.
The throw is out of the backfield. No, it's Anthony Beck. He flanked Lamar Jordan out that way too, and Beck couldn't quite reach out far enough to pull that one in front of Eddie Robinson. So disappointing for Pennington and the Jets that they leave the field moving after Garn's interception freely on the runs by Martin. Then suddenly it stalls and Hall has to try the go-ahead field goal. This is into the wind, although a short one, 27 yards.
Well, Hall has had 4 kicks blocked in the last 5 games. So there's nothing is automatic now when John Hall addresses a place kick.
That one right down the center, and a flag goes down, and they ran into the kicker, Chris Watson, in trying to block it, and that's a personal foul, so the Jets can bring the offense back on the field.
Well, remember, there's 2 different kinds. This is like a punt. There's running into the kicker, and then there's roughing the kicker.
Either one's a first down, though, Dan. They only needed 3 for the first down. Or do they take the 3? Now they're going to bring the offense back out.
Oh, yeah, I would.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, number 21 defense, half the distance to the goal, first down.
Now, Watson had a controversial interference call last week that was costly at Kansas City.
Well, Buffalo's so upset they had 13 penalties last week. And Watson was hit by Kevin Mawai, who's out on the wing, and that's what Greg Williams is trying to argue, that his guy was knocked back into the kicker because of the collision with Kevin Mawai out on the corner. You've got to be under control, though. You've got to be under control, and at all costs, they protect that kicker when he's in a vulnerable position.
So it's 1st and goal from the 4, and give it to Lamont Jordan. He picks up a couple to the 2-yard line. You saw that graphic on the horrendous penalty day at Kansas City last Sunday. 139 yards. They were penalized 100 more yards than Kansas City. And Greg Williams has been, well, how do you say it? Close to furious all week about that performance.
Well, the Jets so far have had a wonderful game from their offensive line. And as a coach, this is where I reward my offensive line. Run the football into the end zone. Let these guys hammer away. Give them the opportunity to finish it off.
Sowell, the blocker. Jordan, the fullback. He gets the call. He's to the goal line, and no signal yet. Yes, touchdown Jets. Oh, Lamont Jordan, 2 cracks from the 4-yard line, and he moved the pile on both efforts.
Randy Thomas, the right guard, pulls around, gets up into the hole. And if that football crossed the plane of the end zone, it was only a portion of the ball that did so.
Well, the Jets trade a 3 for a 6, and now it's Hall to make it a 7-point lead. And so early here in the 2nd quarter with 11 minutes left in the half, the Jets set 7 points to make it a 10-3 lead.
CTS. Breakthrough.
What is it?
Pixie dust.
Pixie dust.
Pixie dust? Magic self-healing server pixie dust.
How's it work?
Server goes down, sprinkle on the pixie dust, servers back up. Use it regularly and servers solve their own problems. Easy.
I like it. What's it cost?
It's cheap. Cheap. Soy-based.
Soy-based.
Biodegradable.
Looks like we got a winner.
Shared as children.
Something has come back to collect us.
Was only supposed to be a dream. Wes Craven presents They. Rated PG-13. In theaters everywhere. Wednesday.
Looking for the perfect gift that'll brighten everyone's holiday? Just head around the corner for our new gift card from Applebee's.
Eating good in the neighborhood.
Get stuffed Thanksgiving weekend. On Turkey Day, it's New England and Detroit. Carve out some time. Friday, LSU battles Arkansas. Saturday, Georgia Tech collides with Georgia. That's good stuff. Sunday, a full plate of football. The feast begins Thanksgiving Day with the NFL Today on CBS.
So the Jets trade a 6-3 lead to 10-3 on the penalty called against Chris Watson for running or personal foul into the kicker in the 50-yard drive in 9 plays. All the yardage by the ground. Not a completed pass in that 50-yard drive after Sam Garn's interception. Hall into the wind. Fielded at the 9 by Charlie Rogers. Rogers is stiffened by Gerald Soule and Jason Glenn. Brother of Aaron Glenn, a former Jet. We have a timeout.
I told you this thing was awesome. The 60-inch plasma HD TV, 4 inches deep, from Zenith.
the way you write, a pen's gotta move.
'Cause I gotta like that.
Introducing The Pendulum by Papermate.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Cadillac. Bold vehicles defying convention. Zenith, the ultimate authority in high-definition TV. Digitize the experience. And by Heineken. It's all about the beer. Heineken.
And welcome back. The Jets with a 10-3 lead. 11 minutes remaining in this first half. Jason Glenn still happy about the results of his hit on special teams. Drew Bledsoe intercepted on the last possession. Gives it to Henry. Tries to squeeze through a hole, and it closes in a hurry. Larry Webster in on the play along with John Abraham.
Let's go back and take a look at the New York Jets and their touchdown. Old-fashioned power football out of the eye. Lamont Jordan gets just enough surge to get the football across the line, and then here's that hit. All by himself, a perfectly placed shoulder in the midsection by Jason Glenn. Yeah, you know, when you're a special teams player, it's your only moment to shine, and he made the most of it.
Here comes the reverse to Peerless Price, and Price tripped up. A terrific play by John Abraham, who held his ground and got enough of him to drop him when it appeared. Price had good blocking out ahead.
Well, back-to-back big plays by John Abraham. The last time he was at the point of attack, this time he does it in pursuit. And he comes back, fights upfield. Boy, what a good play by John Abraham with the extension and timing it perfectly to get around the ankles of Peerless Price. Two big plays back-to-back by Abraham.
Pretty good for a kid who didn't play high school ball when he was a senior. Was in the high school band. Bledsoe, 3rd and long underneath to Riemersma. The tight end has a first down at the 37. And let's go across the river now. Jim Nance, what do you have for us?
All right, we've got an update, Dick, from down in Miami, where Ray Lucas has completed 6 of his first 7, including this 20-yard strike to James McKnight, and the Dolphins lead at 10-3 over the Chargers. Let's go back to Dick and Dan.
All right, Jim.
Not good news here. Both of these teams today rooting for San Diego as they're both chasing the Dolphins in the AFC East.
First down at the 37 on the 3rd down completion to the tight end Riemersma. And this is Henry picking his way for a couple to the 39-yard line with 9 minutes left in the half. And we're in the heavy part of the NFL schedule, but here it comes, fans. NCAA action, and we've got 2 perennial powers for you next Saturday here on CBS. Coach K's young Duke Blue Devils and Jason Capono and the Bruins of UCLA. For more, go to CBSSportsline.com. America Online, keyword CBS Sportsline.
Love the hoops. I envy you all those games. You got to sit right there at half court, right on the bench. That was good stuff.
On 2nd and 8. Bledsoe, quick fire to Price, and he's right at the sticks, the 47-yard line, as Donnie Abraham, the defender, along with Sam Cowart.
You're playing a football team that's going to sit back in a deep zone, which means you're going to have to be patient with the shorter passes, and that's what Drew Bledsoe is doing right here, working the middle of the field. Last time to Riemersma, this time to Peerless Price. Patience is a virtue when you're playing a cover 2 scheme. Drew Bledsoe admits it's not my strong suit, but I better get used to it. It's a trend that's here to stay in the NFL, at least for a while.
On first down, Henry moves into Jets territory to the 47-yard line, and a gain of about 5 before Mo Lewis, the veteran backer, can make the tackle. So you can get breaking NFL news, exclusive analysis, and team power rankings all at CBSSportsline.com or on America Online. Enter keyword CBS Sportsline.
Can you find out how many years David Letterman's been on the air there as well?
Well, 24 years if you were listening
well,
carefully.
I know, but I was wondering where you got that information.
No. Well, we got to save some. You know, some of the,
your sources. I'm looking for your sources. Did you go to the online to get that nugget?
You got to stay up with the Owls. Give it to Henry, and he is slammed down at the 45-yard line, 3 yards shy of the first down. James Reed out of Saginaw, Michigan, and Iowa State made that tackle. 26 yards now on 8 carries for Henry, who, if you're a Buffalo fan, you feel fortunate that he's even on the field the way He was KO'd in the first quarter on that hit from former teammate Sam Cowart. On 3rd and 3, intercepted. It's Aaron Beasley who dives in front of the receiver, Peerless Price, and Beasley has his 2nd interception of the year. 2 turnovers now for the Jets.
One day in the life of technology. Today, HP Technology is creating miracles of efficiency. It's helping brand new brand names flourish. It's producing prodigies of speed and reproducing color the way the artist sees it. HP Technology is inventing a new generation of animation and conserving the beautiful and the rare. It's powering the engine of the world economy, capturing perfect sound, and pioneering new frontiers for the world's great companies, thinkers, and doers. HP makes more things more possible. Everything is possible.
Come on, hon, just tell me what soaps you want. This isn't really my kind of place.
Dad, I told you, lilac.
Lilac? Just use the stuff I got at the hotel.
Dad.
That's Nextel, right?
Yes.
And the chamomile, too, and honeysuckle.
How about just some soap-scented soap?
It's that cell phone with the walkie-talkie, right?
Yeah.
So cool.
You should do their commercials.
Commercials? I want to be a serious actress.
CSI. When you look through a killer's eyes, there's no telling what you'll see.
Officer down!
CSI on a special night, CBS Wednesday.
Aaron Beasley, one of the additions to this Jets roster, an unrestricted free agent. His first 6 years with Jacksonville, where he had 15 interceptions. That's his 2nd of this season. As Bledsoe, look what happens when he doesn't throw a pick. They're 5-0. But 7 interceptions in the 5 losses and 2 more today does not bode well for Buffalo historically. The throw is incomplete to Lamont Jordan. That was almost a lateral.
Peerless Price was the intended receiver on that interception, and here is Price right here. And I think it's apparent that Bledsoe thinks he's going to run a sharp cut. Instead, Price kind of, you know, it's kind of a soft-looking little pattern right there. And Bledsoe's going to throw it like he's expecting a sharp slant, and it's got a real rounded edge to it. And that allows Aaron Beasley, to make a tremendous break on the football. And Peerless Price not even in a position to even touch Aaron Beasley. Spectacular play by Beasley.
2nd and 10 for Pennington over the middle, complete to Lavernius Coles, tackled at the 50, where it'll be 3rd and 2. Nate Clemens, the defender. Coles, who has emerged as the #1 receiver for the Jets, starting today with 50 catches and a couple touchdowns. $196 pounds. He's picked up some strength as a professional, and the teammates say he plays like a guy 6'4".
Pennington calls him maybe our most physical receiver.
Anderson in motion on 3rd and 2. Martin, the running back, he gets the call, runs through 1 tackle and spins for a 1st down to the 46. Antoine Winfield from the corner tripped him up.
Well, Curtis Martin one more time moves the chains, and we've been talking about this Jets offensive line. Right there, though, it was Curtis Martin that had to make a move right at the line of scrimmage to get around Winfield. But I'd say to this point in time, the dominant group on the field has been the Jets offensive line.
Martin, the Jets' most valuable player the last 3 years, has 60 yards rushing in this first half. He gets the call on 1st down and picks up about 34 to the 41 as we go down to B squared.
Well, Dick, if you happen to be wondering what the difference is between the Jets club that started out 1-4 and the one that's won 3 straight, well, Chad Pennington said early on this team just did not have an identity. Then there was that huge dismantling of the Chargers a couple weeks ago. He said that was a complete game. Big plays on special teams and defense. The offense finally got some drives going, and one of the results is you've got his top-rated passer and one Mr. Chad Pennington.
That's quite an amazing story for this young man out of Marshall University. 2nd and 5, and it's the reverse to Coles, and he's got a blocker out there. Oh, what an open field tackle as Nate Clements came over, the former Ohio State star. In fact, they got 2 happy Buckeyes on this Buffalo team today. The 2 corners, Clements and Winfield, both cheering for their unbeaten Ohio State team yesterday.
Well, there was a time here when this looked like a play that couldn't go for less than 20 yards. But watch Clements coming from the right. Talk about closing on Lavernius Coles. This is set up beautifully, except for that knifing play by Nate Clements. Wow, what a job of single-handedly stopping that play. You could not have set that up a whole lot better.
So it's 3rd and a long one. And Pennington pumps, and he's going to go long for Coles. He's got him at the 10.
Well, we saw Chad Pennington do a pump fake earlier when he threw a short pass, and we're wondering, why does he do that? Well, here's where a pump fake really works, because Chris Watson, the corner, really bites on it. In fact, I thought he maybe could have been called for interference with that hit right there. If that's not interference, I don't know what is, but it doesn't draw the flag, and it doesn't matter because Lavernius Coles comes up with the catch anyway. But credit that to the play action of the Jets and that pump fake. Boy, did they sell it.
And it earns 28 yards and 1st and goal at the 9. And Pennington has to call time as he was running out of play clock.
Every day, meet Elegant, the redesigned Saturn L Series midsize sedan. Get a 2003 Saturn L Series at 0% APR, 0 down payment, and 0 monthly payments for 90 days. See retailer for restrictions.
Let's see. Perfect. Which brings us to Mr. Friday.
What is that? Atmosphere?
And those.
Double glazed baby back ribs. And where are the utensils?
The Friday's take on dinner? Tonight, dig into our mouth-watering, double-glazed baby back ribs. Glazed twice for a one-of-a-kind Friday's taste. Eat what you love where you eat at Fridays.
CBS Monday, it's a comedy feast on an all-new King of Queens.
You don't like her cooking?
Do you?
Exhibit A.
Then on Yes Dear, the crib is ready. The family is gathering, and the baby is on the way.
We gonna finish this?
Next, Ray's mom needs glasses, but who has the guts to tell her?
Let's hide.
And it's Thanksgiving with the in-laws.
Why don't you help Mom and Dad get their things and I'll start drinking? I mean dinner.
An all-new Still Standing. It's all here on TV's Best Night of Comedy, CBS Monday. And later, Dave's got stupid pet tricks on an all-new Late Show.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Saturn, makers of the View redesigned L Series and the all-new Ion. And by TGI Fridays. At Fridays, try one of our delicious menu items tonight, like our double-glazed baby back ribs.
With a score tied at 3, Sam Garn's interception at midfield led to a Jets touchdown, and now Aaron Beasley's interception. And the Jets offense has taken it down to the 9, 1st and goal. Martin, the tailback, with Anderson in motion. Martin off right tackle, still on his feet, and a touchdown. Oh my, what an effort by Curtis Martin, exploding to the goal line, 9-yard score.
And how nice is it for New York and their fans to see a healthy Curtis Martin carrying the football. He showed he was back last week when he ran for 112. But look at that move right there on Antoine Winfield. Oh, boy. That was something else. Again, tremendous blocking at the point of attack by the Jets.
Hall adds the extra point. A 74-yard first half for Curtis Martin, and now he has his 5th touchdown of the season.
I am a soldier, an army of one. Even though I am part of the strongest army in the world, I am my own force. With the latest technology, training, and support, who I am has become better than who I was. And I'll be the first to tell you, the might of the U.S. Army doesn't lie in numbers. It lies in soldiers like me. Specialist Mark DeCarli. I am an army of one, and you can see my strength.
After the Aaron Beasley interception, Jets go 58 yards and 7 plays for the touchdown. Martin, the capper, from 9 yards out.
Well, we are seeing some effort by the New York Jets offensive line and Richie Anderson when it comes to blocking. And Curtis Martin is certainly making the most of it. London Fletcher gets over there for the hit, but not until Martin is already in the end zone. But this is some display of running the football NFL style.
Well, 3-time Pro Bowler Kevin Mawai, the center, leading the way with Machado and Thomas, Fabini and McKenzie, and Pennington making sure that that line gets its credit.
Chad working the room.
Sam Garnes with the win, holding the ball for Hall as Burns and Rogers ready to return for Buffalo. Into the wind. You see that wind knock it down, and coming up to retrieve is Rogers at the 13. And the Jets, with one of the better special teams in the league, stop him at the 27. Big night tonight, folks, on CBS. Jerry Lewis, Dean Martin, they were America's favorite comedy duo. And then there was the day they shocked the nation when they broke up. CBS presents their true story in a world premiere movie event, Martin and Lewis, starring Emmy winner Sean Hayes. Tonight at 9, 8 Central on CBS, America's most watched network. And speaking of good watching, stay tuned for the Nextel halftime report. Jim, Dion, Dan, and Boomer, all the scores and highlights of the early games coming up next on the Nextel halftime report. Last 2 possessions have ended in interceptions. Underneath, this time to Larry Centers, and the fullback squeezes it out to the 34 in a gain of about 7, with Beasley making the tackle. And for Centers, he earlier this year had his NFL record 143 consecutive games with a catch, most ever by a running back, and he's now, let's see, what, 5 catches from 800 in his career. On 2nd and short, underneath, Centers again. Is it a catch? They ruled it. No, now a late call coming in and waving it off, and a flag is down as well.
I think we're all getting comfortable with the way it is in the league now. When you catch a pass, you must hit the ground and hold on to it. No such thing as one knee down or both feet down or anything like that. You've got to, as the NFL is fond of saying, demonstrate that you can do another football act with possession of that football after a reception.
Illegal shift, number 82, offense. 5 yards. Repeat, 2nd down.
And so 2nd and 8 after the penalty. Josh Reed, the rookie, to the left, with Price and Molds to the right side out of the shotgun. Oh, that was a touchdown for Donnie Abraham. If he'd have been able to pull it in, Eric Molds, the receiver, and the Jets are jumping on that short pass.
Well, they are, and again, we're back to this problem that's been plaguing the Jets, and that's their secondary's inability to hold on to a football. Drew knew that he made a mistake. I don't know if he was expecting Eric Molds to run another pattern. I don't know, but it's there seems to be some sort of lack of really being on the same page between Bledsoe and his receiver.
3rd down and 8. Bledsoe fires to the tight end, incomplete. Riemersma had this one go right off his chest. Perfect throw, would have been a 1st down near midfield.
Well, the Bills, who have lost their last couple of games, down by, a couple scores here, just can't afford the types of mistakes that they are making. You're down 2 touchdowns. You have got to help out. Everybody has to do their part. And right now, the Buffalo Bills are taking turns making mistakes.
Now Reamersma snaps the ball to punter Brian Moorman to Santana Moss. Flag down. Moss leads the league in punt return yardage. 25,
and
35,
returnable kick.
45, and down to the Buffalo 45, and maybe inside the 45 before Larry Centers can bump him out of bounds. A flag down.
The Jets have got to hope that this is against Buffalo. But talk about the perfect kick to return a low line drive punt with no hang time at all.
It's against Buffalo, so the return will count.
Illegal formation. Number 60 offense was not up on the line of scrimmage. That penalty is declined. First down, Jets. Timeout.
And Moss
2-minute warning.
Moss will add to that 17-plus return average. 34 on that one.
My new baby's name is Max. He's waking up about now. My business partner's name is Joe.
This has everything you're looking for. It has
I see him more than I see Max. It's also my birthday. And I wouldn't mind working from home today.
I'ma be alright. I'll keep on dancing. I'ma get the champagne all to myself. I'ma be alright. I'ma keep it moving.
Gateway, a better way.
Saturn Vue comes standard with 4-wheel independent suspension. Split folding rear seats for more cargo space.
Let's go. We're losing light.
And electric power steering. The Saturn Vue. Get in, get away. Get a 2003 Saturn Vue at 0% APR, 0 down payment, and 0 monthly payments for 90 days. See retailer for restrictions.
What did this college professor teach that could have led to his murder?
This is the most bizarre thing I've ever seen.
TV's most watched new show, CSI Miami, all new CBS Monday.
Wednesday before Thanksgiving, gather the family for Survivor on a special night with never-before-seen footage.
I shook up everyone.
Survivor on a special night, CBS Wednesday.
Jets leading by 2 touchdowns and in position for more. And Dan, I think back to earlier in the year when they were struggling and they were talking about, we are trying to do too much. If each of us would just do our individual job, we'll be a better team. And it appears that message is loud and clear and executed as Pennington throws this away. Not anyone over there, but we don't see a flag. But how different these 2 Jets teams that we've seen early and now are.
Well, if you look at this game to this point, it seems that the Jets are the team that really senses the urgency of their situation. And realistically speaking, the loser of this game is going to have 6 losses in this ultra competitive division, which makes you think they're going to have to run the table to make the playoffs. So I know that it's not even December yet, but I think Greg Williams and Herman Edwards are both well aware that the loser of this football game is a real long shot to make the playoffs.
Plus the first tiebreaker is head-to-head. You don't want to lose 2 times to the team in your division. Martin eludes the early attempt at a tackle as young Grant Irons couldn't tackle him in the backfield in person. Prelo had to do the job later. And there you see the standings with Miami a game in front of the other 3, and the division record basically the same. But Buffalo, should they lose, would go 1-3.
And Miami and New England are both playing early games today, and they are both winning as of right now, according to Lance Barrow, our producer.
He's got his eyes on everything. Pennington fires into the flat, complete to Coles, and Coles out of bounds at the 29 with a first down. Aaron Schobel applying pressure, but Pennington accurate again.
Mike Arnold directing, delivering these fabulous pictures, and This is all New York Jets. They are playing offensively with such confidence. The way Pennington is throwing the ball, the receivers running sharp, crisp patterns, and of course the guys up front dominating the line of scrimmage. This is an opportunity for the Jets here before halftime to blow the lid off this thing.
68 seconds left in the half. From the 29, Martin. Ooh,
hello.
Delivering a tough defensive blow was Ron Edwards and London Fletcher, the linebacker, and Coy Wire up from the secondary. Clock running. The Jets do have 2 timeouts. Second down, a long 6. Martin, little lob pass over the defensive lineman, too tall for Curtis. And the Nextel halftime report coming up. So many important games today. You'll be updated on the scores and the top plays from our gang there on 5th Avenue. Coming up on the Nextel halftime report. I enjoyed Marino today and how those are the audibles. You know, green was the code word for stay on the ground, and blue was the code word for a pass. And I wanted to raise my hand. So how about fuchsia? I mean, what would that mean? Maybe we'll get that next
Well,
time.
it's Central Michigan. That's right.
Please. Maroon. Maybe maroon I should have.
No. You left that door wide open.
3rd down. And Pennington is crushed from behind. Did not see Aaron Schobel, who has logged his 6th sack of the season to lead Buffalo. 28 seconds.
This will give you a chance to recover.
Oh, shut up.
People all over the world, join hands, start a love train. People all over the world, join hands, start a love train. People all over the world, around the world, join hands, start a love train. Let it ride.
Let's look at that sack one more time by Aaron Schobel, and this ball that Chad Pennington is taking care of. Ooh, it's hanging out there. And Aaron Schobel goes for the tackle instead of the ball. Just, ooh, look how tantalizing that football is. I don't think it would have taken much of a hit by Schobel to knock that ball loose. Richard.
He did have a shot at the fumble, and Matt Turk with the wind blowing into the kicker's face. They don't try the field goal. And Turk will just try to punch one inside the 10. Watch how this ball dies. Well, but it took the kick for Buffalo into the end zone. Bounces in for the touchback. 20 seconds remaining in this first half. Well, Monday on television's most watched new show, CSI Miami. What did this college professor teach that could have led to his murder? Don't miss an all-new episode of the smash hit CSI Miami tomorrow night on CBS, America's most watched network. So with the ball at the 20, the Bills do escape added injury after the Santana Moss 32-yard punt return. They're able to hold and at least stay within 2 touchdowns. That was pretty critical, Dan.
Yes, it was. No, I think Ted Cottrell's unit came together there and at least kept this team in the football game. But this offensive team of the Bills, they've got a little reconnoitering to do at halftime. They're not hitting it. They're not hitting it well at all.
Bledsoe from deep in his own area gambling and goes down at the 10-yard line as Josh Evans has his 5th sack of the season.
But in the grand scheme of things, that doesn't mean anything at all. Drew Bledsoe knows if I don't have a sure thing at this end of the field, at this stage of the first half, a sack is meaningless. An interception is 3 points.
You can see Sean Ellis pawing at the ball, trying to force the fumble, but the time does run out, and that is the end of the first half with the Jets. A couple of interceptions that led to 2 touchdowns and the difference in the game. Let's go down to Bonnie Bernstein.
All right, we're both of the Jets touchdowns by the running game. How do you shut things down on the ground in the second half?
The big thing is we got to make a commitment to making sure Curtis Martin can't beat us. He's broken some very good tackles. They're doing a good job of cracking on our defensive backs, but we've missed tackles at the point of attack. We'll make a bigger commitment at halftime right now because we got to make Chad pick the ball up and throw it.
Coach, thank you.
Greg Williams, like his counterpart Herman Edwards, and their second year as the headmaster of an NFL franchise. It's 17-3 Jets. Coming up next, the Nextel halftime report. First, a word from your local station.
CBS Tonight. Becker has a new patient with multiple personalities.
You've heard of fun, haven't you? It's what people have when you're not around.
French Stewart guest stars. And here's a subtle reminder to catch a special Sunday Raymond.
Ow!
Then, before Jim Carrey and Robin Williams,
Come on!
Jerry Lewis and Dean Martin rewrote the rules of comedy.
Would you mind if I go back up on stage now?
I don't, but they might.
Get out of here!
Will and Grace's Sean Hayes stars in Martin and Lewis. It's all here, CBS Tonight, starting at 8/7 Central.
Wednesday before Thanksgiving, gather the family for Survivor on a special night, CBS Wednesday.
NFL Sunday Ticket is brought to you in part by Super 8.
I can't stay here another minute.
Not what you need to hear? Then Super 8's where you need to stay. As clean as can be 1,900 times over. Clean, friendly Super 8. All the room you want.
This place? For that kind of money?
Not what you need to hear? Then stay here at Super 8. Clean, comfortable rooms because we inspect them more than any major economy chain. Clean, friendly Super 8. All the room you want.
Ticket, please. No, I'm just here to see previews. I don't really need a ticket. Hi. Okay, so give me track 3 off of this one, and 5 and 6 here.
There's nothing in the real world like DirecTV DSL. Call now to get your first 3 months at $19.99 a month.
Nice place. Show me around. Does it really have a hot tub?
Call 1-877-4DSL-JOY.
Advanced technology. It's all around you. Cell phones, laptops, and of course the road-gripping, rain-loving Bridgestone Turanza. Stops on command, corners like a dream. Today and thousands of miles from now. The new Bridgestone Turanza LST. If only your browser navigated this well.
CBS Sports presents the Nextel Halftime Report. Nextel, bringing you wireless solutions.
And we welcome you live to our studios here in New York and the Nextel Halftime Report. Those of you watching the Bills and the Jets, Dan, Dion, and Boomer are here. And your take on the first half there, Boomer.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you are a Jet fan, you have to be happy to seeing Curtis Martin back in the fold. He looks like he's controlling this football game. And conversely, the defense of the Jets getting back to creating the turnover. 2 interceptions by Drew Bledsoe.
All right, speaking of control, I would say the Dolphins have full control right now of the Chargers. In fact, Miami is driving with less than a minute to go in the first half. They're at the 30 of the Chargers. Lucas looking strong here so far, Daniel.
You see Ray Lucas and Jay Fiedler talking right there. Drew Brees drops back to pass, and there's Zach Thomas. Picks off Drew Brees, and it results in 3 points. Then Ray Lucas drops back to pass. One-on-one coverage outside. James McKnight, 20-yard touchdown, puts Miami up 10-3.
And Ricky Williams has just run it down to the 20 as they continue that drive. Patriots and Brady all over the Vikings at the 2-minute mark. Meanwhile, Bengals were down 17-0 here, and Dillon has now scored 2 touchdowns. Maddox dressed but not playing today.
He's not playing. He said he's not playing because he wants to play against this defense. Jerome Bettis is happy he's playing because he's doing what he always does against the Bengals, scoring touchdowns. And here's Hines Ward taking a 64-yard touchdown run down the sideline. But you know what? The Bengals are showing a little fight here, fellas. They've gotten it close. It's now 17-14 as we watch Corey Dillon take it in. Get in there. Get in there. That's it. If you could only have done that a few other times at home, they might have won a few more games.
That's pretty good little comeback there. Some folks were thinking they may quit after they're down 17-0.
Not me, Jim.
That's right. You stuck with them.
No quitting those Bengals.
Cleveland and their rookie running back, William Green, leading over the Saints.
Aaron Brooks right here hitting Jerome Payton. Broke that wood, Brent.
Ooh.
Boy, if somebody called the police, that ought to be a shame to hit a man like that. William Green for how many? 5, 10. Green for 16. Out at the 1. And William Green runs it right up the gut. 1-yard touchdown. Field goal added by Cleveland. 7-6 Browns.
Yeah, Green come to life here the last 2 weeks. Vic and the Falcons all over the Panthers. They shut them out earlier this year. 28-0 today. The Ravens get a touchdown on a blocked punt. Ed Reed runs it back right here.
11-yard touchdown return, or no, a block punt return by Ed Reed. Doesn't celebrate too early there, does he, Dion? Then Steve McNair drops back. He hits Drew Bennett, who cuts back inside, gets it down to the 5-yard line. And then Steve McNair is picked off in the end zone right here by Brad Scott. You hate to see that. Heck of a play, though, by that guy.
You can't do that.
Can't do that.
Titans have the football at midfield, 28 seconds to go in the half. Cowboys just moments ago got on the board for the first time, a Galloway touchdown catch.
Right here, Chad Hutchinson. He got a little time. You get a kid some time, and guess who he'll find? Joey Galloway for 49, but Billy Condon misses a field goal. Hutchinson back to pass, stripped by Paul Spicer on a 2-run home run. Right here you see Hutchinson hitting Joey Galloway. He shows off that 4.2 speed in the 40. You're not going to catch him. This is exciting game, Jim.
7-2. How about this? The return of Kurt Warner. He completes his first 15 passes in this one. They lead 10-7 at the half. And the Bears over the Lions. Chandler with a touchdown pass to Marcus Robinson. An update from Miami. And the Dolphins get on the board with a Monterey field goal from 38 yards out. 20-3, Miami over San Diego. And CBS continues in a moment.
On Thanksgiving Day, watch Joey do a number on the piano and the Patriots.
Wednesday before Thanksgiving, gather the family for Survivor on a special night with never-before-seen footage.
I shook up everyone.
Survivor on a special night. Then, just 5 teams remain in a race around the world. Next up, Germany and Switzerland. Don't miss an all-new amazing race. And on a special CSI, when you look through a killer's eyes, there's no telling what you'll see.
Officer down!
CSI on a special night after Survivor and The Amazing Race, CBS Wednesday.
Peyton, man, what are we gonna do? The game's on the line. All right, hook and lateral. Ready? Break!
They're at midfield with seconds on the clock. If they complete a pass, I don't think they can get it out of bounds and stop the clock. Whoa! Look at this! What a play! Oh, baby, that's classic!
Now this is a classic. It's all yours.
Nah, I got my own.
The size you want, the team you want. Get your own Gridiron Classic available at NFL Shop on NFL.com.
You can help bring other military families together this holiday season by joining the NFL and VFW in donating to Operation Uplink. Log on to NFL.com VFW to find out how you can provide a prepaid calling card to a member of the military who would like to call home. This year, give to someone who gives you the gift of freedom every day.
If it wasn't for football on Thanksgiving, I'd be stuck at the kids' table all day.
It's on. It's on. Yeah.
CBS Sports presents the Nextel Halftime Report. Nextel, bringing you wireless solutions.
And we welcome you back. Good to have you with us from our Fifth Avenue studios. The Nextel Halftime Report. Jim Nance here along with Dan Dion and Boomer. You can join us this Thursday as we present our traditional Thanksgiving Day NFL game with the Lions hosting the Patriots. It all starts at noon Eastern with a special edition of the NFL Today.
Thanksgiving is about family and football.
Pearson to the left side. Richards wide right. Here's Longley. He's going for all the marbles for Pearson. He's open. Cole, touchdown!
Barry Sanders slips a tackle inside the 50. 10, 5, touchdown! Touchdown to Barry Sanders!
But before the game on the NFL Today, Leslie Visser has the story of Patriots offensive coordinator Charlie Weis. He's back with his family, back in football after fighting for his life. And Lions rookie quarterback Joey Harrington with his keys to success. Marcus Allen has that story. Plus at halftime, a live performance by Bon Jovi.
Isn't Thanksgiving the day to stuff things? Joey Harrington. You better watch out.
And the NFL on CBS will continue in just a moment.
Emmy winner Sean Hayes is Jerry Lewis, Martin and Lewis, CBS Tonight.
New York has it all, but I wonder, is there a place that I can get more NFL?
Then a friend from Pittsburgh told me that NFL.com is a great place to play fantasy football.
Man, my quarterback's got to pick it up.
Oh, wait, that's me. A QB from Indy was using NFL.com to watch video highlights.
Hey, that's not a highlight.
Meanwhile, a coach I know got a whole new wardrobe from NFL Shop.
I look hot.
Yeah, New York's nice, but since I found NFL.com, I only go out on Sunday afternoons.
You may have heard that Damon's has wall-to-wall big screens featuring non-stop sports action and a huge collection of team memorabilia displayed around the clubhouse. So, is Damon's a sports bar? Yeah, if you consider eating a sport. Damon's. The grill is on.
Gina? You know, when I was first hired, we didn't have all these fancy integrated systems. Our sales program wasn't even linked with accounting. Warehouse platform in Chicago wasn't linked to anything, not even shipping. Back then, orders took days. Now, they just take hours.
Wow, how long have you been working here?
A couple of months now.
Oh.
With Microsoft Server software, you can quickly connect all aspects of your business. That's software for the agile business. From Microsoft.
See, arena football is just like the football you know and love, but with a few small changes. Like the sideline. There aren't any.
You might want to turn around.
And one other thing, in the Arena Football League, offensive players also have to play defense.
This is the Arena Football League, Season 17. Coming this February.
Football's in the house.
NFL Sunday Ticket is brought to you in part by Microsoft.
And we get ready for the second half with the Jets leading 17-3. You get late in the season, every coach talks about it. Got to run the football, got to stop the run. Going well for the Jets.
Yes, and Buffalo, you heard Greg Williams tell Bonnie going off the field, we're going to have to make a commitment to stopping Curtis Martin. That means they're going to have to bring a safety up to the line. You know what that means. Could be a big play in the passing game. Let's go ahead and check out the statistics from the first half, and you're going to see that Buffalo's not running the ball well at all with only 32 yards. Points off turnovers, 14 for the Jets because of the Buffalo mistakes. And here they are, and they have been plentiful. A lot of them in the passing game. A miscommunication there ends up in an interception. Chris Watson negates a field goal. That ends up with a Jets touchdown. Interception. And here we go again. Dropped passes, and it has been a most frustrating 30 minutes for the Buffalo Bills. They have been completely outplayed in every aspect of the game by the New York Jets.
Yeah, that documenting the pictures that you just saw, and Bledsoe and the Bills will have to wait as the Jets get it first here in the second half. 86 yards passing for Pennington, but 84 yards rushing for Curtis Martin. That's the big story of the first half, and the wind blows the ball off the tee. Lamont Jordan, Chad Morton waiting to return. They've resodded the field at midseason with all the action, both the Giants and Jets playing here, plus some collegiate activity.
It's not great, but it's a whole lot better than it was.
And the Army-Navy game on CBS will be here in a couple of Saturdays.
Wait till they get done rolling those tanks and Abrams and everything over this thing. It'll really be a mess.
Hollis with a kick. And Chad Morton, they call him the pit bull, trying to sink his teeth into this one. And he's tackled from behind at the 35-yard line. As we go down to Bonnie Bernstein.
All right, well, Dick, the Jets clicking on all cylinders, but Herman Edwards in particular pleased with his defense. He said, I stressed to them before the game. Turnovers. Both of the Jets' interceptions have resulted in touchdowns, obviously giving their offense more opportunities, and on the flip side, keeping the Bills and that lovely receiving core off the field.
And +2 today, and you can see it, what Herman Edwards preaches is fact. You win when you win that turnover differential. They're 4-0 when they have the positive advantage. One of the best in the league last year. From the 35, Pennington to Martin. Right back where they started, and now he's in the clear, and finally hanging on is Eddie Robinson, but perhaps hanging on to too much as 2 flags fly.
Well, that's what happens. You commit to 8 men in the box, which is what Buffalo did. The problem is if one of those 8 guys doesn't make the tackle, look out.
A 17-yard run plus 15 more on the personal foul.
Personal foul, grabbing and twisting the face mask. Number 55 defense, 15 yards to first down.
You're going to see Buffalo. They've got 6 right on the line. Middle linebacker, safety. Watch how quickly the safety fills, becoming the 8th man in the box. The problem is, if you don't make the tackle, then there's nobody in that next line of defense for 10 yards downfield. And that's what happens right here. You end up with 8 guys in the box, but not one of the 8 makes the tackle. And there you get a pretty good look at Eddie Robinson really manhandling Curtis Martin, thus the 15-yarder face mask.
And Martin over the century mark. That's the 27th time as a Jet, a record for the franchise. Pennington underneath to Martin, 25, 20, skips out of a tackle, and he's down at the 15. Coy Wire and Eddie Robinson finally gets the elusive Martin to the turf.
You could see it last week when you watched the tape of their win over Detroit. You can see it during practice. Curtis Martin, while not 100%, is close enough to count. Look at his ability to plant, put his weight on that ankle. That is the Curtis Martin we're used to seeing, a dominating football player. In all aspects, Dick. He can block, he can run, he can receive, and he can lead.
In fact, earlier in the year, he said this ship was sinking trying to inspire his teammates. He's there to plug up all the holes as he picks up 4 on first down.
Yeah, I'm glad you knew what I said when he lead, not lead block. He is a leader. Chad Pennington, he's had a lot of fun handing it off to Curtis Martin, but the offensive line, kudos to these guys. Look at the gaping holes that Curtis Martin has been enjoying, and he has been making people miss. Repeatedly, Bills have had shots at Curtis Martin, and they have whiffed.
He's now within 53 yards of 10,000 in his great career here in 8 seasons with New England and the Jets. Pennington rolling, throwing. Coles, touchdown. Lavernius Coles wide open.
What a tremendous fake. Nifty ball handling by Chad Pennington. His fake into the middle just sucked everybody in from the Buffalo defense. And then surprising them by breaking, contain, and getting outside. That was an excellent call by Paul Hackett, the offensive coordinator, and well executed by the Jets QB.
Coles with his 3rd touchdown catch of the year, and Hall now trying to make it 24-3. Lavernius Coles from Chad Pennington, and the Jets are on a roll.
We're on the list. We're on the list.
Enter Southwest Airlines take your team to the Super Bowl sweepstakes, and you could win a trip to the Super Bowl for you and 10 friends.
Ooh, how do you make the list?
Brother-in-law.
Naturally.
Enter at southwest.com/Super Bowl.
Why do you guys have interstate highways in Hawaii?
What do you mean?
Well, interstate means connecting 2 or more states.
I don't know. I think they're planning on building a bridge or a tunnel. Eventually.
When you drive a car you never have to think about, what will you think about? The Civic from Honda.
Woo! That's what I'm talking about! Woo!
Just tasted new Sam Adams Light. The light beer with shockingly great taste.
Yeah!
They shared as children.
Something has come back to collect us.
Was only supposed to be a dream. Wes Craven presents They. Rated PG-13. In theaters everywhere. Wednesday.
While it may surprise you that the FBI isn't all it's cracked up to be, it won't surprise you that Billy Crystal is. Both stories tonight on 60 Minutes.
First half, they opened the second half with a 4-play, 65-yard drive and another quick score and a 24-3 lead. Pennington with a perfect strike to Coles, who was 15 yards from the nearest Buffalo defender.
The ball handling and the fake to Richie Anderson was just nothing short of splendid.
Hall's kick into the wind to Charlie Rogers at the 15. Across the 30 to the 31, where he's met by a quintet of Jets tacklers led by Ray Mickens.
Here's Lavernius Coles right up here, and what he's going to do is come into this end zone and come all the way across. And because of the wonderful ball work inside, there's the fake, and they just completely lose track of Coles, and Chad Pennington just plays pitch and catch. But look at this nifty pivot, and then look how he shows the ball to everybody on the field and then takes it away. And when he comes out, everybody in a white jersey, nearly everybody, has just been bamboozled.
That's a good word. Bamboozled he was. They were. Bledsoe and a man behind him gets it underneath, complete to Travis Henry, and Henry running through tacklers all the way to midfield. Bledsoe just did deliver that one as pressure was coming from the backside. John Abraham in pursuit of the quarterback.
John Abraham has played an awfully good football game to this point. He has been all over the place. This is not where you expect a defensive end to come in and help clean things up. Sam Coward in around the legs. John Abraham coming in high.
Henry on the handoff skids and apparently was not touched by a Jet, so he moves to the 45-yard line where Damian Robinson comes up to slam a shoulder into him. Well, it's a busy time of the year with college basketball next Saturday, and of course an extra bonus on Thanksgiving. Always a holiday treat. It'll be New England's Patriots, the Super Bowl champs, at Detroit. 12:30 Eastern time. At 12 o'clock, join our crew from New York on NFL Today. Happy and meaningful Thanksgiving to you all. Bledsoe guns complete to Riemersma at the 34-yard line. Marvin Jones there to tap him down. First down, Buffalo. Jones, a great career here in New York. 10 seasons out of Florida State. No Pro Bowl for him. Three-time All-America with the Seminoles, and he won all the collegiate awards, the Lombardi and the Butkus awards, and been a solid veteran in the middle of that defense.
You know, Dick, you could make a point that Eric Moulds and Curtis Martin are maybe the two best players on this field, with Bledsoe. Moulds not a factor in this game at all.
Doesn't have a catch yet. Is this the time? They go long, and that ball's going to go way out of the field to play. It was Peerless Price on the sidelines.
And when Eric Moulds is not a part of the Buffalo passing game, yes, they have talent all around with Price and Reed and Riemersma and people like that, but Eric Moulds is the game breaker. He is the man when it comes to passing the football for Buffalo, and Eric Moulds has been removed from this football game without a reception.
He has a string of 71 straight games with a catch coming in. Split way out to the left this time. Shotgun, 2nd and 10, handoff to Henry. And he runs into resistance. Jason Ferguson, the nose tackle, after a gain of 4. Marvin Jones there to clean it up. 2nd down and 7. A 3rd and 7.
What a different attitude you can see in the Jets defense. You remember early in the year talking to Mo Lewis and to Marvin Jones, and they talked about, you know, it's hard to tackle when you think you're there by yourself. How much easier it is to tackle if you know there's a teammate right on your heels to clean it up. And that's the way the Jets are playing defense now. They're not single tackles, they're tackling in groups.
3rd and 7. The throw underneath is complete to Peerless Price, but he doesn't get to the sticks. He's hit at the 25, a yard shy of a first down by Aaron Beasley. You trail by 21, 4th and 1.
You got to go for it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about this.
As they message in the call to Bledsoe. And the Jets, a stop here would just about seal it early for New York.
Well, there's a lot of football left, but I think this was a no-brainer call for Greg Williams.
And Bledsoe looks for something big, and he gets the catch from Eric Moulds inside the 10-yard line. His first reception of the game, and what a bullet delivered by Bledsoe.
Well, a precise turn in from Eric Moulds, and here he is locked up on Aaron Beasley, and he spins him all the way around. Now, Beasley has the outside part of the field, but I'm telling you right now, anytime a receiver makes a corner do a 360, he's going to be open.
And you saw that tight spiral, 18-yard gain. First and goal. Henry to the goal line, and stopped right there at the 1-yard line by Marvin Jones.
Looked like Henry. What did somebody grab his helmet? His head jerked violently as he was running towards the goal line. Let's take a look at this. He gets up into the hole, gets inside a oh, it looks like somebody's hand. That was Marvin Jones' hand raked right across his face mask. But he didn't grab it. That's Marvin Jones. His arm was across the helmet trying to make the tackle, but he didn't grab the face mask.
Inside the 1, second and goal. Henry in the end zone for a touchdown. His 10th rushing score of the season. And one of the leaders.
And why do you get the feeling that dropping to his knees in the end zone was for Grandma?
Yeah, he was he's playing with a heavy heart today. Beloved grandmother, and he had rushed down to Alabama for the funeral yesterday and hurried back last night to join his teammates. A woman who lived 87 wonderful years and 99 grandchildren and many great-great-grandchildren, and that touchdown is for Sarah Watts, you can bet. Adding the point is Hollis. So Buffalo's got its first touchdown. Let's see if that inspires their offense. Midpoint of the third quarter.
With our advanced VTM four-wheel drive system and 240 horsepower engine, you can leave the distractions of modern society behind.
Hey, where are you going?
I'm gonna go watch a DVD.
Or not. Introducing the Pilot, built by Honda.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Southwest Airlines, proud sponsor of the NFL and official airline of Super Bowl 37. Bud Light, for the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light. And by the Civic from Honda, a car you never have to think about.
Back to the scenes of the Big Apple, Meadowlands in New Jersey.
Buffalo did an onside kick last week, and if I wouldn't kick it right to Chad Morton. I'd squib it or something.
Yeah, but Hollis kicks it straight away, and it's Morton at the 1. Little guy from Southern California finds some daylight on the far sidelines. Chased down and finally pulled out of bounds by Jason Bostic, a backup cornerback.
What are they thinking about?
Good field position again for the Jets on a 42-yard return by Chad Morton.
Every Saturday, I get together and play football with the guys. But this Saturday, I had to take a time out.
Hey, Steve, you okay?
It's my throat. It's all dry.
Hey, mine too. I think I got just what you guys need. Come on.
It was a good thing Brad was there. He explained that we were thirsty, and he gave us ice-cold Bud Lights. He told us that by drinking the Bud Light, parched feeling would go away. You know what? He was right.
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never lets you down, make it a Bud Light.
Mr. Friday, what is that?
Double glazed baby back ribs.
And where are the utensils?
Tonight, dig into our mouth-watering, double-glazed baby back ribs. Glazed twice for a one-of-a-kind Friday's taste.
When you need a cup, pour some sugar ramen.
Sugar ramen?
Yeah, soup.
Freeze. A call to the library could help her out.
Good thing T-Mobile lets her call whenever she wants. Go.
Says here, pour some sugar on me. I'm hot, sticky, sweet. Mm-hmm.
The most one-ever minutes, free long distance and roaming. Only from T-Mobile.
Get more.
EOS Rebel TI. Get into it.
And Lewis hugely entertaining. Sean Hayes and Jeremy Northam give stellar performances.
Hello, lady!
Don't miss Martin and Lewis, CBS tonight.
And this long-standing AFC-AFL rivalry continues with the Jets leading by 2 scores, and Pennington off a play-action fake hits Richie Anderson, who is hit himself by London Fletcher, the former point guard for Cleveland High School state basketball champion. And I don't know if he drilled his passes like that, but he certainly uses his body well in this game.
That would have been a foul, as Richie Anderson has to head to the sidelines. He looks like he's turned a knee or an ankle. Again, Chad, one more time, Morton goes right up the middle, but then the quick cut to the outside. And why Buffalo has elected to kick deep to Chad Morton, I don't know. If ever there's an opportunity, just squib it down the middle and look at Mike Westhoff. Yes, sir.
Special teams coach. 2nd and 10 for Pennington. He throws long and knocked down. No flag by Nate Clements. He did turn at the last moment, and that's what saved him the flag.
The defensive back has every much of a right to the football as does the wide receiver. And if you're playing the football, which Nate Clements wasn't until the last minute. You're right. He could have been called for interference. Or I was right into a great speech about Nate Clements playing the ball all the way, but he wasn't. That should have been an interference call on the Buffalo corner. He got away with one.
I think the very fact that he did get his hands on it.
Well, at the very end, he did. But when he made contact, he had his back to the football.
So it's 3rd down and 10, and Pennington has to spend a timeout at this juncture with 6:52 remaining in the 3rd.
Ignore them, they're chicken people.
Dublin, Ohio is a town divided between Wendy's Chicken Bacon Swiss.
Frank, a cheeseburger? Oh, what are you thinking?
And Wendy's Bacon Swiss Cheeseburger.
I don't see why you can't like both.
What are you eating there, Jimmy? Nothing. Each have hickory smoked bacon and Swiss, so you can't go wrong.
Chicken lover.
Wendy's, it's better here. And now phone home. E.T. Collectibles have landed in every Wendy's kids meal.
Paul Vitti is leaving his crime family for the Sobel family.
That lobster in my house. Ew.
On December 6th, what's up with your family?
All you did was flash everybody in the dining room.
Make room for the comedy reunion of the year.
Ooh-ah!
Robert De Niro, Billy Crystal.
That restaurant was really good. No! Up until the attempted whacking.
Analyze That. Rated R. Starts Friday, December 6th.
All right, let's see here. 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths.
A real fixer-upper for artistic creative types.
Formal dining room, a sweeping staircase. Oh, honey, a fireplace. Doesn't that sound fabulous? Honey. What do you think?
We'll take it.
The new 6-speed Acura CL Type S.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Radio Shack. This month only you'll find great deals on home entertainment products only at Radio Shack. And by Wendy's Bacon Swiss Cheeseburger and Chicken Bacon Swiss. It's better here.
And welcome back with this reminder, The Late Show. Dave has an all-new week ahead. Everybody loves Raymond's Ray Romano, Jack Hanna's Animals, Liza Minnelli, and George Clooney. And Monday, don't miss Lisa Kudrow, plus an all-new Stupid Pet Tricks. That's this week on The Late Show with Dave. 3rd and 10 from the 44 for Pennington. Flag goes down. Pennington scrambles to the sidelines and slides down at the 47, short of the first down. if the flag is for holding, and you suspect that, were a flag thrown near the quarterback, then it wouldn't be a first down. Maybe Buffalo declines this one.
There's no foul on the play.
Well, they will decline it then.
Well, they're picking up the flag. It would be awfully tough to get called for holding when Buffalo only had a 3-man pass rush. That's embarrassing for an offensive line when you got 5 on 3, and to keep the 3 guys from your quarterback, you get flagged for holding.
Jets have not been penalized once today.
No.
And Matt Turk in to punt. He's only punted once, and again into the wind. Charlie Rogers moves up to the 15. Beautiful high spiral. Fair catch, Rogers at the 11. And with that, we'll take a timeout. 6.5 minutes to play in the third quarter. The Jets lead by 2 scores.
Go to hyperspeed now! Cliff!
I'll never forget you. Never.
Ving.
What?
Just pick a movie.
Really get into movies with the finest from RCA at Radio Shack. Like a 27-inch color stereo TV, only $249.99. And make the movie experience real with this home theater with DVD, now just $299.99.
How about this?
No, please.
Move along, little doggies.
Radio Shack.
What's brown to me? One word. Mahoney. Mahoney does the work of 3. So instead of 3 different guys for ground deliveries, overnight, and international.
Hey, how you doing?
And 3 different pickup times, all I need is 1 Mahoney and 1 pickup. You wore the shorts for TV, didn't you?
1 driver, 1 pickup, 1 reliable network. UPS, what can Brown do for you?
This shot for the cup and a piece of hurling history. What must be going through that young man's head? Has he got what it takes to be a champion?
CBS Tuesday. A serial killer may be aboard the ship.
I will pray to God you're wrong. We need to find the element that sets this killer off.
Halt! An all-new Jag. Then his dad moves in. His boss falls off the wagon.
I covered your... Stand by your man.
It's the wildest day of this attorney's life. All new Guardian after Jag. CBS Tuesday.
Richie Anderson, remember, he took that hard lick from London Fletcher, limping to the Jets locker room. As Buffalo with the ball deep in their own end at the 11-yard line, trailing 24-10, moved briskly to a touchdown their last possession. And the give is to Travis Henry. He's blocked off on the right side and reverses his field with running room. Damian Robinson slows him down, and help comes at the 22 as Henry ad-libs his way to a first down.
Yeah, you don't often get away in the NFL with reversing your field like that, but Travis Henry, he made it happen. Sean Ellis had a shot at him, but wasn't able to get him. But this was really, I thought, going for even bigger yardage. Damian Robinson showed a lot of speed in getting over there and cutting off the field for Travis Henry.
That may surprise you. Look at Henry's weight, 220. He's 15 pounds heavier than Curtis Martin. Certainly doesn't look it on the field. Powerfully compacted.
Yeah, you put 220 on a frame that's only 5'9". You're talking about a lot of power.
Bledsoe on first down to the sideline, complete to his tight end, and it's Dave Moore. Moore, who has 11 catches this year, the former Tampa Bay Buccaneer.
By the way, the word on Richie Anderson, it is an ankle that is bothering him. He went into the Jets locker room. I presume that they'll give him an x-ray, and as soon as we find out, we'll pass it along. I would assume the Jets are awfully hopeful that that Richie's services aren't required anymore the rest of the day, because the way he was walking in, I'm sure they'd prefer if he didn't play.
Another first down, moves it out to the Buffalo 34. Centers in motion. Quick throw, Bledsoe to Eric Moulds, and he's spun out of bounds at the 40. A gain of 6 on first down. Donnie Abraham, the defender, along with John Abraham, the defensive end, not related. Well, the Bills now seeming to pick up some momentum. And one wonders if they should be able to drive this downfield for a touchdown.
A lot of football left.
You bet. That 4th and 1 call at the 25 on the last possession led to a touchdown was really critical. Henry on the toss. And he's out to the 45. Another Buffalo first down. So they've moved quickly from their own 11 out to midfield.
It was critical, obviously, because it led to a touchdown, but it also got Eric Moulds involved in the football game for the first time.
Moulds in the last 3 Pro Bowls.
When you look at 6 receptions between these 2 receivers, which are the heart and soul of the Buffalo passing attack, coming into this game with 66 and 64 receptions respectively. It's been a good job by the Jets of shutting them out.
Henry again behind the block of Philip Crosby, and Henry into Jets territory, battles his way to the 35-yard line on second effort. 20 more yards for number 20, Travis Henry.
And how smart of this is Kevin Gilbride, the offensive coordinator of Buffalo, being a couple touchdowns down, but realizing there's still plenty of time and going with the run. Travis Henry has really been the guy that's made it happen on this drive from deep in their own territory. The Buffalo running game coming to life.
Bledsoe on first down. Underneath to Philip Crosby, and Crosby belts his way inside the 25. Another first down. They're picking up chunks at 10 yards or more. Bonnie?
Well, Dick, Eric Moulds starting to get a little more involved on the Bills offense, but one of the things he's really had to learn how to do with Kevin Gilbride coming on is be particularly careful about the depth on his routes. He said early on, I used to cut my route short because I was so anxious just to get the ball back that I wouldn't run my routes. He's like, now it's 20 and I got to be there 20 because Gilbride's offense is predicated on timing and accuracy.
Bledsoe just does get that away to Peerless Price, who was smothered on the coverage by Donnie Abraham and avoided a sack, however, with that quick throw.
Well, I think, was that Marvin Jones coming right up the middle? There's Marvin, number 55, and he takes the guard center gap, and he is untouched. In pass blocking, you start in the middle and work your way out to give your quarterback a chance. Turning a guy loose right up the middle, no play is going to be successful when you do that.
2nd and 10 at the 24. Price and Moulds both to the right, 2 tight ends. Moulds in motion, toss to Henry. And that was a good job defensively, flowing to the ball for the Jets, led by Sam Cowart. Well, Wednesday, folks, a special night for Survivor with only 4 episodes left. This is an episode you can't miss. Catch Survivor on a special night Wednesday at 8, 7 Central on CBS, America's most watched network. 3rd and 8 for the Buffalo Bills at the Jets 22. Bledsoe shotgun. Good protection. Now he throws incomplete, and on the carom, neither Beasley nor Reed could get back there for it. Moulds was in the end zone with a chance at the carom. Brings up 4th down, and Greg Williams is going to send out Mike Hollis and the place kicking unit.
Drew Bledsoe has to throw this, being distracted as from behind James Darling has his hand on the back of Bledsoe's shoulder pads. That was just excellent work by the secondary of the New York Jets. Good coverage. And now, having scored a touchdown on the previous possession, and given the fact that it's 4th and long, the field goal unit comes on for Buffalo as we have a little mini conference here by the officials.
Dan, it'd be a 40-yard attempt, and this with the wind. Hollis is 4 for 6 on the season in this range. Mormon, the punter, to hold. And Hollis drills it through. So the Bills, starting back at their own 11-yard line, move it downfield, and settle for Mike Hollis's second field goal of the game and cut the lead to 11. And we remind you, tomorrow on CBS, an all-new night of America's best television starts with King of Queens, and then Yes Dear Everybody Loves Raymond, the new #1 comedy of the season, still standing. Don't miss TV's new #1 show, CSI Miami, plus The Late Show with David Letterman. That's all after your local news Monday here on CBS. And for you college football fans, Friday after Thanksgiving, it's the Bayou Tigers of LSU and the Hogs of Arkansas here on CBS, 2:30 Eastern Time. Let's see what else we have in line. How about the coaching changes this year, and who's worked out best of the first-year coaches? Cast your vote at NFL.com for Callahan, Dungy, Gruden, Schottenheimer, or Spurrier.
Well, Chad Morton, guess what, is deep for the New York Jets. And if Buffalo kicks to him, it's time to go lay down on the couch for a little analysis.
Please, don't set the stakes too high here.
Oh, boy.
There he goes, folks. Dan is in the reclining. He's in the supine right now. And Morton is on the sidelines and takes it all the way to the 35-yard line before Dominique Stevenson can make the stop. Well, 35, I guess when you're Buffalo, that's not too bad. Yes, doctor.
I don't get it. I'm stuttering. Chad Morton makes a break for the sideline, and he almost makes that into a big play. And Mike Westhoff, the second-year special teams coach here, he's kind of satisfied with that. Of course, second year here, that was after a 15-year run with the Miami Dolphins.
Going back to Don Shula days as head man there. First down for the Jets. Their 24-3 lead cut to 24-13. And the toss is to Curtis Martin, and a good open field tackle from Chris Watson. London Fletcher slowed him down.
You know, it's tough enough being out on the field during a game, but sometimes it's a little harrowing being on the sidelines.
That Ted Cottrell, and boy, they knocked off two of the Jets.
That's Ted Cottrell on his backside, and I think that was Herman that almost went down as well. But Ted Cottrell, when he lands, that's a thud. Ted's a wide body. He's one of us.
That's for sure. Martin following his blockers and finally runs out of room as London Fletcher able to filter through that blocking wedge and make the tackle.
I think by listening, and we're getting some great audio from the field, but I think listening to the hitting in this game, I think you get a sense of what's at stake. And we talked earlier about the loser of this football game is in big trouble when it comes to making the playoffs. And this almost has a playoff sound to this game. The hitting in this game has been ferocious.
3rd and 8. Wayne Corbett in the slot. He hasn't caught a pass today. Becht in motion. Pennington on the roll. The plant and throw. And it's Corbett for the first down at the Buffalo 48. His initial reception of the game.
Yeah, the two number 80s weren't a big factor in this game in the first half. And finally, Wayne Corbett, who's seen a lot of his reception go to the sidelines with Vinny Testaverde, got back into the swing of things last week, and it's the last play of the third quarter that gets him in the swing of things today.
And at the end of 3, the Jets 24, the Bills 13. Will return to Giants Stadium right after this word from your local station.
What did this college professor teach that could have led to his murder?
This is the most bizarre thing I've ever seen.
TV's most watched new show, CSI Miami, all new CBS Monday.
5 teams remain. Don't miss an all-new Amazing Race after a special Survivor, CBS Wednesday.
NFL Sunday Ticket is brought to you in part by Expedia.com.
So how's it coming?
Good. This one looks pretty exotic.
Cool.
Mosquito nets. What was that? maybe not that exotic.
Great.
Everything you need to choose the hotel that's right for you.
Expedia.com. New York City, yeah! T-Rex! T-Rex! Art! Tavern on the Green! Shopping for my children! Broadway, go! Go, horse, go! Go, horse!
Everyone's a fan of New York, and now's the best time to be here. So make a plan to touch down in New York this season. Call 1-800-NYC-GUIDE or go to nycvisit.com.
So, Vanessa, like my new phone? Sleek, huh?
Yeah, Ving, it's different.
All the latest features and big buttons.
Yeah, Ving, but don't you think it's kind of...
Did I mention big buttons?
He loves his big phone, and you'll love our big Motorola deals. At Radio Shack, get the Motorola V120C for just $9.99 with activation, regularly $19.99. While you're at Radio Shack, cast your vote for your favorite NFL All-Stars. Radio Shack, you've got questions, we've got answers.
With Andy Adorf and Bonnie Bernstein, Dick Enberg, welcome back to Giants Stadium, where the Jets hold a 24-13 lead. We open the fourth quarter. First down after the Grabet catch at the Bills 48. Lamont Jordan cut down as a good low hit from cornerback Nate Clements. And to remind you how contentious this division is, no division of the 8 in the NFL as close as this. One game separating all 4 teams. Miami is winning against the Chargers. New England was ahead at last, but I believe that game is very close now. And the Jets Buffalo, the winner of this one, not only moves closer to the lead, but pushes the team they defeat down. And that's it's going to be tough to recover. 5 games left after this one. New England now with a 2-touchdown lead against Minnesota. Pennington. Guns wide open is Santana Moss. What a move. And he's hit from behind at the 26 by hustling London Fletcher.
What a move. Santana Moss put on Chris Watson. Check this out. After the catch. Hello. I'm going. Hey, you don't coach that. You don't coach that. Tough day so far for Chris Watson. He's had a long afternoon in that Buffalo secondary, but we all knew coming out of college, we watched him at the University of Miami. Santana Moss after the catch, so dangerous.
So first down, and it's given to Curtis Martin, tackled at the 23-yard line. Santana named by his aunt Santana after the recording star. And he is music in the open field.
Not only look at his receiving on the top, but his punt return average on the bottom. 17.6 yards a return. Of course, we saw him take one all the way against the San Diego Chargers a couple weeks ago. So you talk about having a pair of talented return men here in New York between Chad Morton and Santana Moss.
Well, you can talk special teams when you're talking the Jets. The throw is to Lavernius Coles, and a first down inside the 10. Nice catch of a high ball, and they're really picking on Chris Watson.
Well, how many times, Dick, do you see a team trying to protect a lead crawl into an offensive shell? And I really give the Jets a lot of credit for still being aggressive in their play calling and their execution. A lot of kudos to Paul Hackett, and that, my friends, is a tough catch. That ball was high and a little bit behind Lavernius Coles, and he went up and made it look pretty doggone easy. And guess who was in coverage? Chris Watson.
First and goal at the 9. Fake to Martin. The throw of the tight end Becht, and he's down at the 2-yard line. Tackled by Keith Newman and Nate Clements. Number 88, Anthony Becht.
I said to Chad Pennington when we were talking the other day, I said, boy, you and 88 have really developed a rapport. And he looked at me with this wide-eyed look like, what? I said, you know, your tight end, Anthony Becht. He went, oh my gosh. He said, I had a flashback. Randy Moss wore number 88 when we were at Marshall together, and I thought you were talking. I said, well, wait till Anthony Beck finds out that you don't even remember his number.
He started to blush. Pennington was embarrassed.
He did blush.
Second and goal at the 2. Give it to Jordan, and the big back trying to plow forward and meets tough resistance on that defensive right side. It'll be 3rd and goal. Deshaun Polk, an extra linebacker for Buffalo, in on that tackle. Jordan is 5'10" and 230. Has a touchdown earlier today, his 2nd of the season.
Now this drive by the Jets has been a thing of beauty. And again, you just see it so often. A team doesn't convert first downs. They just get conservative. They just feed the ball into the line a couple times. This has been a very well balanced drive by the Jets.
3rd and goal at the 2 as a passing down. But they give it to Jordan, and he tries to squeak forward, cannot. Lurching and leaning, but Polk again there to make the tackle shy of the goal line.
Boy, Deshaun Polk, you're right, he gets in there, and that was power on power. I think we understand that signal from Herman Edwards.
Well, at 24-13, the fans don't want a field goal, which would give the Jets a full 2-touchdown lead. Herman Edwards is going to comply.
He just waved them on and turned around and walked away.
So from the 1, a big play for the Jets and the Bills.
I can't believe he did that to Eddie Robinson. Eddie, I'm sorry, buddy.
Pennington, hardly a world-class sprinter.
Well, Dick, I go back to the touchdown where Pennington broke out, stopped, and threw it into the end zone. That has to be what Eddie Robinson is thinking right here. And then he goes ahead and starts back up again. Oh, my. And a linebacker does not like getting juked like that by a quarterback.
And Hall adds the extra point. They're loving Chadwick Pennington in the Big Apple. Everyone but Eddie Robinson. Oh,
my. We have always felt that our trucks were tougher than anybody else's trucks. I've had people say to me, I own a Ford truck, and I have 120,000 miles on it, and it's still as good as the day I bought it. Ford trucks stand up to anything you can do to them. Built Ford Tough isn't just a slogan. It's what we deliver. The people that buy Ford trucks say to us, I will only buy Ford trucks. I mean, I love hearing that.
For every force in the universe, there is an opposite. For every good, evil.
You are dangerous. I must deactivate you.
And the only way to stop it is to face it.
It's about destiny and conquest.
He's going off to Earth.
Kill everything on that ship.
Star Trek Nemesis, rated PG-13.
Don't fear.
Starts Friday, December 13th.
Hello, Moto.
I'm gonna play someday. I'm gonna play someday. Play someday. I'm gonna play someday. I'm gonna play someday. I'm gonna show you what I really got. I'm gonna play someday.
CBS Monday. Doug's friend needs a wife.
I thought I'd loan you to him, you know, like I lent him my drill.
Can she handle Thanksgiving?
You don't like her cooking?
Do you?
Exhibit A.
All new King of Queens. And the crib is almost ready. The family is gathering. And the baby is on the way.
You gonna finish this?
Tim Conway and Vicki Lawrence cast. All new Yes Dear after the King of Queens. CBS Monday.
Chad Pennington, his dad, a high school coach in Knoxville, Tennessee. His mother, an English teacher. And he used a little body English to throw it on Eddie Robinson for that touchdown. And could not have delighted this sellout crowd more. Oh, they've been roaring through this commercial break. John Hall skids one down. Picked up by Philip Crosby, a backup fullback, and he's out to the 35-yard line. And with that, a timeout, 9:37 left in the fourth quarter. Whoop. Pennington's second rushing touchdown. The new Bronco.
Honey, they got any kumquats? I love kumquats.
I don't know what kumquats look like. They got some great looking tomatoes. Do we need tomatoes?
No, I just got tomatoes.
They got kiwis. They got some red things here.
Hey, aren't you that guy?
No, sorry, I'm not him. What about bananas?
Come on, I know you.
I get that all the time. I'm sorry.
You're on television.
Well,
in commercials.
Hey, pal, I don't do commercials.
I'm sorry.
That's what you say, hon. Is 5 bananas too many to get brown, you know?
Good value.
Price is right. What's the resolution?
2400 DPI.
Oh, brilliant display of team chemistry, Dan.
Yeah, Charles Rosen and Matt Herman not only have a command of the products, they anticipate exactly where the other's going to be on the floor.
See the limited edition 007 Ford Thunderbird in Die Another Day.
I think this photo paper is just what you're looking for.
Wow, great price.
David White, 3-time Employee of the Month, Dan.
He has a natural ability to match a customer's needs with his budget. Really a go-to guy in these situations.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Ford. With 150 million vehicles sold, Ford is America's #1 choice. Nextel. Nextel. How business gets done. And by Staples. Get back time. Go to Staples.
Herman Edwards telling you something about his character and what he believes in his team, going for it on 4th and goal at the 1, and it produces a touchdown. Bledsoe back with a throw to Travis Henry, and Bledsoe with his passing today, and it's nice to get this name on the air. He has now moved into the number 20 spot in yardage all time, almost 33,000 yards, passing Ken Anderson, the great Cincinnati quarterback today, and he's less than 100 away from moving up to 19 and jumping ahead of Troy Aikman, and only 30 years old, this old man. They bring a blitz, and Bledsoe has to throw it away. He skips it to Remersma, incomplete.
You will not find another player in the National Football League who's in his 10th season in the NFL and only 30 years old like Drew Bledsoe. He got an early start. He was a babe.
Coming out of Washington State as a junior, young junior.
He's not afraid to hold on to the football to try to find somebody open. You'll hear defensive coordinators talk about he squeezes the air out of the ball when he's waiting for somebody to come open. That time, while he waited, his pocket collapsed around him.
He's taken a lot of hits. He's been sacked 36 times coming into this game.
Yes.
3rd and 2.
Second most in the league.
Nobody open. Finally he finds Larry Centers, who seems to always be open on 3rd down. And then his 13th season out of Stephen F. Austin continues to produce.
You talked about Larry Centers, Dick, and how many receptions he has as he moves towards 800 for a running back. Think about that. In the history of the NFL, his closest pursuer is the retired Keith Byers, who has 610.
That's putting some distance. Henry, some nice moves as he moves into Jets territory to the 48. Garnes the tackle, and tonight on CBS, remember when Jerry Lewis and Dean Martin were America's favorite comedy duo? I certainly do, and I mean they were part of our culture, and then we all were shocked when they broke up. Well, it all produces a big movie tonight on CBS, 9 o'clock, world premiere, Martin and Lewis. Hope you'll be with us. Bledsoe has it knocked free, and Evans recovers. Mo Lewis stripped him, and Josh Evans falls on the ball, and that makes it 3 turnovers to none. Jets advantage, and the score reflects it with 8:02 left in the 4th.
What is it? It's a UBA.
The UBA?
Universal Business Adapter.
What's it do?
It connects anything to everything.
What's this for?
Your laptop, your mainframe, call center, Unix servers, Linux servers, internet, supply chain, payroll system, HR, email.
Slick.
Is it affordable? Fast?
Easy?
Very.
Does it work in Europe?
You need an adapter.
Change that to 6. I'm happy to meet him. Get Preeb on a plane today, okay? I need him here. I'll take the meeting, just keep it short. Well, just as long as I'm out by 7. Hang on a second. Thomas, did we get a new car?
Oh, no, sir. Your car is in for service. This is my car.
Surprise yourself with the simple elegance of the Ford Taurus. If you haven't looked at Ford lately, look again.
Right now, fly Southwest Airlines for just $39 to $99 each way when you purchase by December 12th. So get packing.
You are now free to move about the country.
America loved Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis.
Would you mind if I go back up on stage now? I don't, but they might. Get out of here!
This is their true story.
Just two guys on stage goofing around.
They loved each other like brothers.
Till death do us part.
Until their breakup shocked the nation.
To me, you're nothing but a dollar sign.
It's People's Show of the Week. Martin and Lewis tonight.
Opportunistic, the Jets today, a +3 in turnovers, and again the first 5 games where they struggled out of the gate, they were a -6 in the differential. They're a +9 counting the 3 turnovers today. From the 47-yard line, Pennington has it deflected at the line of scrimmage by Aaron Schobel.
Let's go back and look at that fumble. Ted Cottrell really throws one at here. He shows just a 3-man rush right here with the 3 guys up front. But then take a look. Here's Mo Lewis right here. Here's Sam Garnes over in the corner, and they're going to come around the edges. And when they come in off the edges, Drew Bledsoe isn't expecting it. 57 there on the left. Mo Lewis is going to be untouched, and that's a sandwich, and the ball comes loose. You give them a 3-man look. You set up accordingly, and then they were surprised with the rush on the edge.
Give us to Curtis Martin, and kudos, partner. That was really one of the better telestrating efforts of the season.
My finger's sore. I need a split for my finger. I need to go in for x-rays. There is Ted Cottrell, who we saw unceremoniously dumped earlier this game as he
what a good guy. Is he one of the really good guys?
One of the best.
You'd love to play for him.
Well, and a guy that a lot of people talk about as a guy who should be a head coach in the National Football League. He has interviewed before and hopefully will continue to be a guy who's in play because he deserves it.
3rd and 5. The Bills were offside, so a free play for Martin. Ahanotu, who has had a quiet Sunday here in the Big Apple, hasn't had his name mentioned much at all, and he was one of those lurching forward. Kendrick Office the other. They did not pick up the first down on the rush. A 5-yard penalty would just about give them the first down. And Pennington, not a tough call for a Rhodes Scholar finalist, academic All-America.
Offside, 77 defense, 5 yards, repeat 3rd down.
You'd be surprised. I was captain of the Cardinals for 10 years, and the officials are wonderful. They won't let you make a stupid call. They really won't. They'll explain it. They'll give you your options, and then they'll go, now you're going to do this, aren't you? they're very friendly.
First down stakes.
It is, you know, when they start giving you all the options and you're in the heat of battle and you're worried about the next play call, and it's you know, they have saved a lot of skin through the years.
I remember one time we had a guy jump off sides against us, and I declined the penalty, and we only completed a pass for 2 yards. And he's going, no, you got to take the penalty. I said, no, I don't want to take the penalty. He said, you got to take the penalty. Well, what it had done was Mel Gray, our wide receiver, it continued a continuous game streak of a reception. And I said,
respot the ball with the stakes. It's very close to a first down. It'll be 3rd and short.
I think Jerry Markbright was the official, and I had a heck of a time trying to get him to
understand.
I really did want to decline this penalty because we wanted Mel to have that reception. That's how good they are in trying to watch out. It's a You know, you get mad at them when they throw a flag at you, but they really, by and large, they do a pretty excellent job out there.
They're a friend of the game. A chance to check on the scoring summary of this game. And they started with a couple of field goals, and then Lamont Jordan, the first touchdown of the game. And then what a run by Martin to make it 17-3. Lavernius Coles. Back came Travis Henry for Buffalo. But here's the play of the day. The new Bronco Nagurski. Chad Pennington with that incredible fake and a touchdown.
The new Bronco Nagurski?
That's him. Didn't you see it? Power and fake and finesse. It was all there in one artistic effort.
3 turnovers you notice there on the bottom for Buffalo.
Here's Jordan blasting through a big hole and inside the 30. Easily the first down. London Fletcher with the tackle. Here's Bonnie.
You had mentioned that Chad Pennington, Rhodes Scholar, but I mean, interestingly enough, he says it hasn't been so much the physical as much as the mental part of being a starter that's really been a struggle for him. He said the mental preparation, getting ready for a game, and now even more than that, the emotional recovery afterwards. And if you see him in the sidelines, he's so hyped up the entire game. I'm telling you, if I could just bottle a little bit of that and sell it, I can retire a very rich woman tomorrow.
That's right. He does have a wonderful energy, youthful at 26. Handed off to Martin, having a big day, and he's down to the 24-yard line. You know, Pennington's dad was a coach. Interestingly, both coaches, both quarterbacks, Bledsoe and Pennington, their dads were long-time 30-year high school coaches, and both their mothers were junior high school English teachers. Pretty good background. And he was breaking down film at 8 for his dad. And we're going to break for a commercial. 6:06 left in the fourth quarter.
I love playing two-hand touch, eating way too much, watching my team win with the Twins. I love quarterbacks eating dirt, pom-poms and short skirts, fans who won't quit, and those Twins. And I love them too. Here's the football.
Introducing Domino's Pizza Buffalo Chicken Kickers. Tender cuts of all-white chicken breast with a kick of spicy buffalo flavor baked through and through. 10 pieces for $5.99. Get the door and get a kick out of dinner tonight. Get an order of Cinesticks free when you buy a large one-topping pizza for $9.99.
I'm not exactly a small person. Never have been. There aren't many things made for someone like me. Not many things at all. The Black & Decker swivel drill is. It works in 5 different positions, so I don't have to. It's pretty cool for a little guy.
The swivel drill from Black & Decker.
Hi, I'm Emmett.
And I'm not.
We may not look it,
but we're a lot alike.
We both like giving back to the community.
And we're both considered quite stylish.
And we both believe that phone service should be simple.
Oh yeah, like 10-10-220.
It's cheap whether you use it a little or a lot.
99 cents for all calls up to 20 minutes.
And there are no monthly commitments.
So you only pay for the calls you make. So, what do you think of the shirt?
Too loud.
What do you think of the shirt?
Dial 10-10-220.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Coors Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Cold down easy. And by Domino's Pizza. Get the door. It's Domino's.
6:06 left in the fourth, and the Jets on the move with the lead. Next top tour players, including the Shark, will make all the shots at the Franklin Templeton shootout. For more, go to CBSSportsline.com. America Online, keyword CBS Sportsline. That to follow our football action from the Meadowlands. And going into the final round, there's the leaderboard. Rocco and Lee with a 3-stroke lead over Houston and Maggard.
Of course, our referee today is Ron Blum, who is a member of the PGA, a golf professional. One of the better referees in the game. Go get a couple tips in the tunnel after the game. I've been hooking it a little bit, Dick. I think my triangle is breaking down.
Ron Edwards makes the tackle of Lamont Jordan.
You know, your arm's got to form that triangle.
Well, you know that triangle, maybe it's because you're not holding it with the left hand correctly, and it doesn't get that pure ring when you strike the triangle to get that rhythmic sound.
Oh, actually, I think it's simpler than that. I think my stomach's in the way.
Good thinking. Saturday, your favorites are back giving it their prime time best. Listen to this lineup. Scott Hamilton, Taro Lipinski, Brian Boitano, Kurt Browning, Surya Bonali. They head up the competition as Olay presents Ice Wars USA versus the World. For more, go to CBSSportsline.com. America Online, keyword CBS Sportsline. And, of course, so much to remind you about Thanksgiving Day. It's the Patriots going to Detroit to meet the Lions in the traditional Detroit Thanksgiving Day game, 12:30 Eastern Time. But at noon, tune in for Jim Nantz and company and all the key information, and probably have a special turkey there on the set as Pennington fires deep and has a touchdown to Sam. No, Moss had it in his arms and couldn't hang on as he was being chased by Watson and Prelo.
And Chris Watson, all right, he gets in, and a little redemption there. He's had a tough afternoon.
Looked like he had it, and just
Watson knocked it out. He got his left hand on the football. What a throw from Pennington as he drops it right in on Moss, little behind him. And good job there by Watson of getting a hand on the football and knocking it loose.
John Hall on to kick a 45 or 46 yarder. It's right in between. Has the wind advantage at his back on this kick, and he hooks it left, no good. Now it'll remain 31-13. So Buffalo gets it at the spot of the kick, so decent field position for the Bills. As you look at Chad Pennington, I want to go back to Curtis Martin just to underline what he's done today with 120 yards rushing. Martin's 27th 100-yard game as a Jet, and that breaks Freeman McNeil's former mark of 26. And he now needs only 38 yards to be the 16th player ever to rush for 10,000 yards. So Martin, step by step, run by run, is moving himself up the ladder and the game's elite. He is one of the great players. Bledsoe out of the shotgun with a big deficit, fires incomplete to Riemersma.
Isn't that an attempted pass that's been emblematic of Buffalo's offense all day? A wide open receiver and a misfire, and you don't want to drop it all on the quarterback's doorstep, but there's some confusion between Bledsoe and his receivers. It seems to have been there all day.
Yeah. That was another example. Boy, as those scores go by, another 5-5 team, the Browns, trying to upset the Saints in New Orleans. One of the surprising scores today, and Atlanta killing Carolina. Bledsoe fires underneath, and it's Peerless Price, tackled shy of the sticks at the 44 by Mo Lewis. Not a happy night for Bledsoe when he heard the news that his alma mater, Washington State, upset by rival Washington last night. The Cougars were third in the BCS series standings.
Wasn't a great day for a lot of us.
Hey, you notice how kind I've been? Yes, didn't mention it.
You know, I bleed maize and blue, and my Wolverines turned in a great effort yesterday, but congratulations to Ohio State. You know, they finished an undefeated season. Of course, a pair of their cornerbacks here, and Antoine Winfield, Nate Clements for the Bills.
4th and 2. It's deflected, incomplete, and the Jets will take over on downs on 4th and 2. Peerless Price was the intended receiver, and veteran Mo Lewis there to deny. And Ted Cottrell's defense has played well again, allowing a high-scoring Buffalo team only 13 points.
Well, and right now, this has to be a Buffalo Bills team really searching for some answers now as they're on their way to 3 consecutive losses after such a promising start. And their schedule is a little tough here. It's starting next week when they go home to play the Dolphins.
And then New England, San Diego, Green Bay, and Cincinnati to conclude the year. You know, we made the point the first 5 games, the Jets defense allowed 32 points per game. Then the last 5, 13.6, and that's right where they are today. They've really pulled it all together. They had a lot of new starters this year, and they seem to know what each other's doing now, as Lavernius Coles has another catch, and he's tackled down at the 39 by Fletcher. Yeah, here's a summary of the top performers in the game today. Chad Pennington, modest numbers, 178 yards, but no mistakes.
No mistakes. That's what's key. And then here's the guy that's carried this offense, and that is we only put up Curtis Martin because we couldn't put up the entire offensive line. And Lavernius Coles, as he continues his breakaway season here in his 3rd year out of Florida State. This offensive line of the Jets, so they've all earned gain balls today.
Jordan takes a solid hit coming up from the secondary, as Prelo in on the tackle along with Aaron Schobel. And Lavernius Coles limped off the field after making that last catch in some pain.
Lost, came out of a shoe, and of course we'll by the way, pass along that the x-rays on Richie Anderson were negative, and he's back out on the sidelines. He's not going to play anymore. You don't want to put him in the game, so hopefully that'll be some good news for the Jets and their fullback.
On 3rd and 3, Lamont Jordan, head down, 1st down and more to the 27-yard line with 3:10 left. Let's look at the Jets' final 6 games.
Conference, and you look at the remaining schedule for both of these clubs, and it's why we said the loser of this game is in big trouble.
You almost have to think about winning them all if you want to get in the playoffs now.
I agree.
Jordan stacked up, maybe a yard on the play. Well, let's look ahead tonight. 60 Minutes, always a must. Then Becker, Everybody Loves Raymond, great lineup, and then the Sunday premiere movie Martin and Lewis at 9 o'clock. So be with us on CBS this evening.
I read Jerry Lewis saying that he has seen the movie, he screened it, and really enjoyed it. He thought it was A-OK.
And that takes us to the 2-minute timeout. Tough afternoon for Greg Williams and the Bills.
Ever notice how many Ford trucks you see out there? Is it because they're so tough? Is it payload, horsepower, towing, their off-road capabilities, the Triton engines, lasting durability? Or is it all those things that have made Ford F-Series the best-selling truck for 25 straight years? Leadership has no boundaries when you're built Ford tough.
Listen, got a little advertising opportunity for you, Pally. Foot powder.
Yeah, foot powder, right. Forget about it.
Well, before you say that, it's a truckload of money.
Sam, I don't do commercials, period.
Hey, you're preaching to the choir. I told them that.
Know why I don't do commercials?
Why's that, pal?
Because they're dishonest. They lie.
Boy, that's strong language.
I'm supposed to peddle some product I don't even use. Forget about it. I'm not going to do it.
I wouldn't let you do it.
You better believe it.
While it may surprise you that the FBI isn't all it's cracked up to be, it won't surprise you that Billy Crystal is. Both stories tonight on 60 Minutes.
Wednesday before Thanksgiving, gather the family for Survivor on a special night with never-before-seen footage.
I shook up everyone.
Survivor on a special night, CBS Wednesday.
Pensive, reflective Drew Bledsoe, and we all will sit back and think about how fortunate we are, and we wish you and your family a happy Thanksgiving. I know with that marvelous wife cooker, the way she can get the job done in the kitchen, you're going to have some good eating.
Yes, sir. And we are both fortunate in that respect. And I don't know about you, Dick, but at our house, Thanksgiving is a big deal. We have a lot of friends over. The television is on. watching the games on Thanksgiving, just part of the day. And
well, we'll have that common denominator with so many millions. We'll all be watching the doubleheader.
Absolutely.
We're going to do it from the snow. They got some good early snow up in Vail, Colorado. Whole yard sale Enberg will be on the slopes. And a reminder that it all begins on Thanksgiving with the Super Bowl champion Patriots and the Detroit Lions. And no matter what the records, the Lions always seem to come up with a special effort on Thanksgiving Day. Bills have used their final timeout. A reminder at noon, the guys will be together. They have their own feast here in New York. 31-13 and time running out on this one, and the Jets continue to impress. Jordan on 3rd and 9. Well, let's give the Jets the win and Buffalo then the defeat, and this is how the AFC East looks. Pretty well give Miami the win too. They have a huge lead on San Diego, 30-3.
New England playing right now as well. You see Miami with boy, that's San Diego. That's the second time. And there's New England with a touchdown lead over Minnesota in a very short week for the Patriots. As we just told you, they play again on Thanksgiving Day, so it's a hurried week for the Pats. That's the bad news. The good news is they get 4 days off afterwards.
Approaching the 1 minute mark, and
you look back.
Repeat 4th down.
You look back at the New York Jets and their season, and two things come to my mind right off the top of my head. One, right there, Herman Edwards' decision that Chad Pennington's time had come.
At 1 and 3.
Yeah, painful to make Vinny Testaverde the scapegoat for what had happened, but Vinny lost his job and Chad Pennington came on. And then I look back at that talk when Herman, we showed it to you earlier when he went off about there's no quitting in this game, and how his team has responded since then by cranking off 4 consecutive wins.
And it's
a couple watershed moments.
You bet. That's a 4th and 13 stop, and the Bills take over on downs.
This was Chad's first start, and yeah, we're going to see shades of Jim McMahon as he goes along. You see, the first guy hit was Kareem McKenzie, and he surprised him. He didn't see that one coming.
Today he was much gentler. He only had one baby bump on his way out for the intros.
It was a baby butt.
That's a baby butt. Yeah.
Bump. It's a head butt. Hey, remember the '85 Bears and how much fun they were, and Jim McMahon headbutting all his offensive linemen, and it's you love to see that kind of enthusiasm.
Alex Van Pelt comes in at quarterback with just a minute left and throws complete to Larry Centers. Short yardage, and Mo Lewis the tackler. Van Pelt, who has not thrown a pass this season until that one. Former University of Pittsburgh quarterback. I think he played for Paul Hackett, the Jets offensive coordinator there with the Panthers. And a flag down.
Well, Alex,
the snap.
You're looking at number 10 right there. Well, guess what one of the things was that he got to do when he was at Pitt? He got to turn around and hand it to a fairly decent running back who was there at the time.
Number 68 offense.
Curtis Martin.
Penalty also includes a 10-second runoff. Timer, please set the clock at 25 seconds and start it on my signal.
That makes any quarterback better, doesn't it?
It surely does. And Curtis, who really had to be talked into playing high school football. His mother said, you're going to get in trouble if you don't go out for sports. I want you to play football. Unlike so many moms who don't want you to go to play, you might get hurt. Right. She said, you're going to play. And he was a star almost immediately. Underneath the throw, complete to Peerless Price, and that nothing but a little statistical frosting as the final seconds tick away. And the New York Jets will move above the 500 line, 6-5, with their 4th consecutive victory. And Herman Edwards' mean green team is now a factor in the AFC Eastern race. 31-13. Impressive indeed. Led by Curtis Martin with 120 yards rushing. He was the star and a big touchdown early. Coming up next, NFL Today, Jim Nantz and company will have all the scores and highlights of the early games today. So stay with us. We'll be switching to New York immediately.
Happy Thanksgiving, Dick.
Yeah,
Bonnie and our whole crew. Great work, everybody. Have a wonderful holiday.
And to all of you out there, a meaningful Thanksgiving to you all. Dick Enberg, Dan Dierdorf, Bonnie Bernstein. So long from New York. Now let's go to NFL Today.
Welcome back. I'm Tina Cervasio here with you on NFL Sunday Ticket. The Jets get themselves back above